but hey, it is what it is. You move on now to a worst match summary. 60 elimination points, knockouts at 56, 6-3, 5-1 in regards to the total healing. Here we go again, once again, back to the green eliminations here. Torix, come again. Not really trusting it, but hey, we move over to the MVP of the whole game. And it is going to be Rio Days from the set of game over that will be able to bag 8 eliminations in the process of the first round.
Even though it was the team DMT that got the winner in a chicken dinner, the MVP still goes to the side of the team Game Over Esports this time around. 952 damage. It's insane to a single player. It's even more insane. 1 assist, 4 knockouts, 230 healing, and 14 minutes of survival. Given the time, this player, if he had managed to survive till the very end, how much of a destruction that he could have actually pulled off against everyone around the perimeter. He's on the number 1 with 8 elimination. Then we have OTF's player, that is Fruits, 5 elimination. Then Fisherman with 5 elimination. Then we have INF, Knifin with 4 elimination, Inferno's player. Then last but not the least, it is another one of the team DMT's player, Hunter, with 3 elimination, then 500 something damage. But 20 points for the team DMT, then OTF with 15, 5 points of a difference. Not too shabby right now. Game over. It's 10 points. Team Inferno, 10 points. AKGM, 9 points. 7 points for the Team Fanatics. EST with 6. 3 for Leons. TRQ with a 3 as well. That means on our second chart, we can expect a lot of zeros.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much well expected as well. As we transition towards the second page, I mean, that is going to be starting off with C&D all the way down to MRG, Trilla, NGB, and Salt with 0 eliminations. First out of PRT, 2MS, V9 will have 2. 2CB will have 3. So, not too bad, not too shabby. It's just that, you know, only the first round here that has been tackled. We still have 5 more rounds to go here, Torix.
We only have 5 more rounds for the day number 1 to end. Remember this. And the first one, that was of the Sandhawk, has gone to the team DMT Sports. Now, from this point onwards, the real task, the real punishment comes for all the teams, and a chance as well, because it's 3 Wrangles back to back. You can play 1 bad, you can play maybe the second bad, but you have to play the third one. Really good for yourself to put yourself into the area where you are going to qualify maybe for at least the number 1 day. But last but not the least, at the very end, there are going to be 2 Miramars to end the day as well. But before any of that can possibly happen, we head into the Wrangle matches. We have to go on a short break. Do not go anywhere, guys. Do not leave the area. Stay here, stay connected with us. We'll be right back.
Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave? What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land. This is the Maldives Championship Contender Series, season number 3. And after the first match, that we are really sorry for some technical difficulties at the very start that you were not able to see. I hope we're not going to have them any longer. But yeah, this is me, this is Torix, and with me it is Warden once again, if we have to do the introduction. But in a short while, Warden, we are about to head into our very 3 wrangles back to back.
I mean, that's like the testament here. Who can actually like constantly evolve and try to be, on top of a wrangle here? I mean, we had an icebreaker map of Sanok on the first round. Now it's gonna be 3 back-to-back wrangles. So it's kind of well expected as well that, on the first side of a wrangle, things might just be pretty slowed down. Some teams might just be able to build up their narrative. Then all of a sudden, they got to change things up on towards round number 2 for a wrangle, because adaptation is something that we kind of need to see in the competition for PUBG Mobile. And typically, it has been pretty slow. I mean, coming from our past, previous events together, Torix. But I'm now and then pretty interested to see what can the region of Maldives can offer in this very run. Now, after the 3 rounds for the set of wrangle, we're gonna get to see 2 back-to-back for Miramar. So I'm loving the fact that we're seeing like these maps not really like get tossed up to a different one right after the first, the second. It's just all gonna come down to the constant evolution of this maps that we are granted for the rotations.
Oh, that is true, but it gives a lot of chances. I'd say this map rotation gives not only a lot of chances for the teams to actually make a comeback, but also for the teams to, like, if they are not getting better, that's instantly a downhill slope for them right at the very end of the day. But here we have it, guys. We have the match number 2, the Erangel map. It's on our screen, going from the very western area, the hospital western side, all the way up to the Miltap Power, the hard eastern corner. From one corner to the other one, it goes, and it's actually bisecting the map to a complete 50-50 division. Now, with this like map line, the Georgia Pool, the Pachinki, majority of the hot drop locations, like even the Yasnaya Poliana, is going to be accessible. Heck, even Nova Rupnoy is going to be accessible for the teams. And if they want to get into the military base, they can just utilize the cars that are like around the perimeters of the bridge to make their way through it.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like one of the best flight paths you can get for the map of Erangel. Everything's pretty much accessible. I mean, you don't really want to talk about Kameshki. Overall, you don't really want to talk about Kameshki. No one really plays around Kameshki. So, but maybe some teams would love to play around Kameshki, all because of the first initial circle for this very round of Erangel. So whoever's now going to be dropping on the western side of the map would be biting their tongues pretty heavily, especially on the lower left side of the map. You know, with V9 and so on, they got to face a pretty long, nasty rotation as they want to include themselves on towards, you know, this very run. Now, Yasnaya Poliana is surely the number one hot trap here, all because of where the first circle is residing to.
That is definitely true, but really? That hard of a northeastern corner? Really, circle? But aside from that, the Team V9, they're actually going for those fights early on. Look at them. Look at them. AKG, DMT. They're also going for those completion of the fights at the early stages of the game. But the main question still arises. At this area, that who is going to take that eliminations to which side. So far, what I can see is the Team DMT is constantly entering out the perimeter, getting those eliminations, getting those frags for themselves, and just look at how much they have got so far. That is the first frag completely eliminated. At the same time, the DBS already has a second one on their crosshairs. One player is knocked out. Remember that. They are waiting just for their player to be revved up. And Fisherman, you are once again going to do it, aren't you? You are going to go for that fight that you did last game. DMT, the team that got that winner chicken dinner, they are here to take that action. Once again, another player goes down as soon as he got revived up, and it's all over. It is all over. It's done. Akagami, they're finished off at the very start of the game.
Akagami had a pretty good run though on the first round of Sanok, and all of a sudden they meet their ops on the same scenario, just on a different map, and they trample down like flies. And we go back to 4 p.m. up against V9 here, and there's gonna be already 2 players out for the set of 2CB. I mean, you take a look at Cha-Cha and Zoro, they're already gone. IDEX and PS is gonna be the only players long and living for this very squad. V9, they got what, 3 players still alive and kicking, but IDEX is bound to possibly go down, but he is drawing some distance in the process.
They are drawing some distance in the process, but the main question is for how long, and this is the answer, because 2CB couldn't maintain enough distance at this angle, and Velocity 9 just instantly took them down. That's 3 player finished off. Now PS, the final guy, he has also been spotted, but Navi, you alone, that HP, you have to remember that, instantly gets finished off, but Ooredoo comes in, couldn't save his own teammates. That's 2 player down. That's 2 down from the Team V9 as well. The team did got eliminated, but they actually managed to hurt this one a lot. Getting 2 players down, Velocity 9, losing 2 of their players. It's going to completely take over their velocity from this point onward.
I'm just loving the fact that there's just always that commitment coming in from these very squads. We have yet to see any players at all. Draw things back off from the gunfights. It's just them here saying do or die. Take it or leave it. But so far, they haven't been leaving any possible clashes at all. And so far, we are watching the possible run here for the side of Tranquility up against Team Salt. Team Salt was pretty salty on the first round. And so far in this very clash, Mortal is already down to the ground. And it's not really a good look here so far. It's Tranquility come again. One of the most cohesive squads we've seen in this competition here so far on the first round. Clearly, it is still going to be a stalemate, but come again, once the commitment comes true, it is going to be a heavy fight.
And Panda, there we have it. Panda's a peak fire. That's a prize factor that he manages to pull off on the team. He completes these eliminations. This is the first one that he's going to have. But now, Team Salt, you do need to move a little bit back. You do need to move a little bit on the backward because Tranquility is not going to take this lightly. They're not going to let this go by. Salt Panda goes forward. Tranquility, on the other hand, takes one player. That is Mortal down on his knees. Katiz is trying nothing of the sort. No, none of the players are actually near, even close to the window side that he can actually have a chance to take them down. But Salt Panda, now you need to move forward. Now you need to go forward because Dani, he is low, and he is running away from this area. Instantly going to be picked off by Hand the Panda. And Tranquility, red side, RGC Tranquility. It is down to the last man that they are, but they're going to finish at least one player out of this area equation. And the second one, he finally gets that revival done.
Oh, jeez. Maxi topside play finds his prey down. Now, pressure's on. Panda is going to go for the cross. I think he wants to trail that player down. And he is going to be climbing the staircase up now. Question is, does Maxi know? Looking like for a fact he does know. And he might just go for the fight, but Maxi's going to go down. Tranquility is out. Team Salt finally putting their names up on the board as they claim 4 elimination points, but they do lose out in Katiz on the process.
Oh, it definitely is the case. 57 so far players that are alive. That is 15 teams, and we have to see these fights going around the perimeter. There's C&D, there's the Team INF, Zenan around the perimeters, there's Shanu, Somsa, and Knight coming around. 15 teams, but none of them is actually going straight up from this point onward into the fight. Yes, they are taking those fights from a longer distance, but that's about it. They're not closing in enough that it's a double-edged sword. It doesn't become a double-edged sword for anyone at this perimeter because they know that if they do push, they also have a chance at this early of a stage, at number 15, to get eliminated and not get even a single point to their name. But outside of the circle, we do have a lot of teams still. Game Over Esports. Sale is here alongside of all of his teammates. That is Genum, there's Rudes, there is Sale, and X's as well. The 4-man alive going around, taking those fights. But INF, ooh, they get the finisher in the meanwhile.
And MRG Rolex is going to be down to the ground as well. In fact, eliminated from the lobby here. And it's just all because of this clash that is led by the side of Error here. Big spray down for side of Zadi. He won't be able to get the shots to connect. But in the process, Zone's going to be closing up now once again. And there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 squads that will be facing for this rotation. So it's going to be pretty unfortunate. But MRG on the feed, Neo spots another player from their opposition. And now it's going to be Zahid D here trying to find a means to get this last and final connection to get this elimination up against Nerer. And that's going to be MV down to the ground already. Should be a wipe here for the set of Nerer.
It is a wipe, and there we go. Oh my god, come on! Team DCM Morgans, you are taking those players like cheesecakes, just sliding those cards on top of them, just like I slide my spoon on food as soon as I see it. But there we go. Mantis, RGB, he's closing in, going back to the cover. He gets a lot of damage, but not enough. Not enough that he gets taken down. But there we have it. There we have it. The position, it's completely compromised. Where are you even going on top of that building? What are you trying to achieve? Instantly gets a finisher. It's another team. Number 14 it is that they get taken down.
numbers so far 48 players left, 13 squads. We're about to enter the 10-minute mark now. And obviously, on the 10-minute mark, that is also kind of like nearing the transition as well towards stage 3. We still have a minute and 40 seconds to talk about this run of this closeout on stage 2. And so far, when you take a look at the run here for set of DMT, they were able to win that first round, and they're looking to trail this one and change this one as well to another, as they are on top of the board next to V9. 20 points on their name already. That is just something that you would love to see right off this tournament. But come again, this is a map of Wrangle. Even if you try to play this one perfectly, it really all going to come down to the way that you can manipulate the zone for your side. And on the feed, we get to see another fight here. That's going to be game over up against DMT.
The DMT once again, the winner chicken dinner taker teams. Now, finally, he's going to lose at least one of their players. But game over. That is the first frag that you're going to have. And I know, we all know you are hill hungry at this time. You need to chase the players down. There's still a lot of time before the circle is actually going to give you any kind of a favor. The positioning is going to give you any kind of a favor. So whether you go for the fight or you try to stay into the safer side, it's all up to you at the end of the day. But 13 teams and 47 players, it still shows that there are still possibilities. There are still possibilities of the fights, the angles, the eliminations to actually occur. But OTF, Spin A comes in, takes one player, Habibi down. Mento actually confirms that elimination. Okay, there we have it. Spin A is knocked, gets confirmed instantly. For a second, I thought that he might get that revival, but no. The team game over, they have a completely different game for them. They are making sure that every player that they put into the knockout, they make sure to do the game over for them.
I mean, Fnatic earlier, they were looking to be one of those squads that, people could watch over with, but unfortunately for them, it's not just going to their favors on this very round, and we get to see game over, finding this clear wipe against DMT, as we were trying to build up their whole narrative here. Game over is on the verge of finding the next and the next elimination, all because they get the punch down, but they don't expect the Hunter is going to be there to try to save the day. The vehicle is going to be out. They call for rendezvous. They're going to call for a reset in the process. Too close of a calling there for game over to get taken away, all because of Hunter lurking in the jungle side. But hey, the DMT, they only got one player left, and as we were talking about how this might speed up ringing for their run, clearly they fall into shambles, and that's just the casting curse right there, Torix.
It definitely is the casting curse at this time, but nonetheless, and still 2MS make out of this position, get those crucial elimination that they want, or even IK at this time, because the way that we have seen the team OTF game over play so far, they have done a tremendous job. And just look at this, as soon as one of their players gets taken down, it gets a confirmation, they definitely come right back with that aggression. A lot of damage dealt on Zeus, but a good thing about Zeus's position was that he was somewhat in the cover, and he manages to not only get into a safer side, but also heal himself back to the 75% HP. Nobody lost even a single player so far to their name. 42 players remaining and 13 teams. Even the stage number 2 is closing, and we still have 13 teams.
So now here we're going to be closing up in just a few. So far, it's only going to be DMT Hunter that will be facing for the rotation, alongside with 2 players from set of game over. 1 as well from set of PRT, but the rest will live on. And look at how the zone will be shifting towards the eastern side of the map, which the vast majority of the player composition will be located at. It's just unfortunate for the side of Assault alongside Leon's that they got to go for another run. Come again, this stage 4 to 5 looks to be pretty congested. If ever, we're not going to be seeing any squads eliminated in the process. We still have 13 left to talk about, Torix.
That's the big thing. That's the big scenario. That's the big game, the end game. 13 teams, stage number 3. We know where the perimeter is right now, and because of this, that the circle has shifted towards somewhat of a southern side, it's going to bring a lot of chaos to so many of the teams. The teams that were at the Yasna Poliana They're going to be forced to come back towards the mansion side to get into the safer angles, those corners, those hard eastern angles. And at the same time, those 13 teams, they don't have that much of a radius for them to all of them gather in the circle as well. So anyone that's like gathering inside of that circle at early stage, he's going to be into the safe side. But as soon as the circle starts to move, the teams that are still outside and then they start to move, ooh, I can tell you, it's going to be a bloodshed at this time. We can already see the Club Leons so far securing the perimeter for themselves. Brown Pirates also trying to get inside of that circle as soon as possible to gather the perimeters. But the main question is, are they going to find it? Because I believe here, because of the circle, almost 70%, let's just say for the courtesy, 70% of the circle is out in the open.
Yeah, and that's just, kind of like a calling as well while you are in the process for that run, or just kind of hope for as well on the first few minutes that you were able to bag some smokes. Utilities is going to be something that would be pretty needed in this very circle that we're bound to head straight into. Now, zone's going to be restricting once again here on towards stage 3. Best believe it. I mean, bar might seem quite long, but it's just only going to come down to 1 minute and 20 seconds left before it actually officially closes out. And I know for damn sure SDMZ Cyanide is going to be pretty happy with where they are at. And it's just all going to come down to the waiting game. When are they going to be able to find any opportunities to go for the gatekeep? But on the feed, we get to see Estella finds one here up against PRT.
More eliminations once again. They are happening. Warden, what is up with this lobby and their love for those car slams and car ramming on the players? And just look at this. Oh my god, yeah, that definitely is the road rage. And it brings a lot of nostalgia for us too. But 2 eliminations so far for the team Club Leons. Yeah, because if you do remember, there was a lot of childhood going around for us 90s, 2000 people. But nonetheless, Leon, Chote, come on! You managed to get him down to the last slither of HP, but not after that. You couldn't do a single shot on him. He got into the safe side. He moved away from the perimeter, and now you are here with those 30 less bullets into your gun.
Oh, that's what you call a teaser, a cliffhanger. Was supposed to be up bringing for that elimination, but all of a sudden, the Ops was able to slither with just a nick of health. But hey, I mean, I'm liking it. We're seeing a lot more sustainability here for this very circle. And come again, we're not too far apart from it actually restricting once again. We are now at stage 4, and there's so many squads that is left to still go for the run there. I mean, I kind of totally understand why. Maybe some of their mindset is just kind of leaning towards the fact that maybe it is already pretty congested and it's just much more better to come off late and hope for, whoever's going to be part of the internal zone should try to at least go for a fight up against one another to soften the whole defense up inside. But clearly it is put to still once again, drawing things back once again for this very game. 38 players left, 50 seconds to run for the restriction for the stage 4. And come again, we're about to see another fight here between DC and Morrigan, and it is going to be up against game over, and this might just be a game over for sure, as Willie God is going to be able to cook up this nade, looking to get the last and final elimination, but in the process, PRT does get taken away from this very lobby, but the fight's still not over. Nade's still cooked up, throws it down, direct hit should come through, and that is going to be possibly just the last final player for the set of game over that they can hope for, but they're not finding their shots. Finally, Willie God here hopping up, gets that information. Where is his teammates out though? They can just go for the double chow and clear out the players.
That's the thing. He's still not pushing. He's still not going to take that fight, kill that elimination, get that at least the elimination, and try to fight the other guy as well. But there we go. Finally, it happened. Team, game over. It is over for them this time around. But OTF, back-to-back, those are eliminations coming around on the team. And Trilla, in a split second, as soon as the game over fights went over, Trilla also leaves this perimeter of the game. At least 3 teams, in fact, because from 13, we just jumped down to the top 10 teams. The circle has already taken another shift. This is the stage number 4. Team Fanatics are trying to get those hard eastern corners for themselves, but there's already another team around that area, so you cannot hope to take it up. But Bot, he's still going to take his chance. He's still going to take his chances. Get to somewhat of south side, but Suleiman, as he was trying to get around the area, same way that Bot was, those 2 other guys, that Suleiman and Goku, were not lucky enough. They could not bear that shots that were dealt on them, got knocked out. That's a finisher. 10 teams with 28 players, and I spoke too soon. I know it's going to be another elimination coming around right the perimeter, because DCM, it is 2 MS right in front of them.
Well, first up, Fnatic, it's just going to be Bach with his Eurus here. DMT is now going to be eliminated from the scene, and they're going to be put to stale with only, 25 points inside of this very tournament. Here, SDMZ, Cyanide. Blank is going to throw down a nade. 2 nades, 3 nades fly through. 1 does get the tag. Should be able to get a lot of those information. Xenox, Obito, not in really the best shape. And look at the 1 player there just gone rogue on towards the just out in the open right there. All eyes is going to be heading straight directly into where V9 is at, and Xenox and Obito, he just has to run away. You can't go for the challenge here. It's 2v4.
Use the Sharingan. Use the Sharingan right now. Get those eliminations. But no, his grenade did not hit the perimeter. He did not hit the spot. But really, he gets taken down after taking at least 2 of the players from the backside. They come around. Niza, can you get it? Can you get it? Can you use that grenade? Right on the mark. This is your time to shine. The grenade goes over. He gets a lazy out. And now, Reem, the only guy that is alive. It is a 1v1. Go forward. Go forward. Take that fight, because Reem is giving that revival towards the player. But if he actually manages to do that, it's going to be really hard for you. But oh my god, the guy that was a full HP, he gets taken down. Now, it's Zeus finally healing himself up back to the 75% HP. As soon as Niza gets out of the house, he instantly gets that 1897 on the face. It's over. MRG out of the match. We are down to top 8 teams, 20 players, as Lazy is losing his life to the play zone. The rest of the teams at the same time is also going to lose some of their lives, some of their vicinity at that angle. 20 players. 20 players are only remaining, but 8 total teams. That's a lot of duos or solos.
Zone compact, drifting now towards the south side. Salt alongside DTF. And Estella as well is going to be forced for the rotation now. And look at Bato. Come again. Was only around with Eurus. Has to deal with Blank here on the front side. Checks out. Gonna go for the challenge. Let's get a few tags to connect, but the double pinch comes through, and finally we get to see a Fnatic is going to be thrown away from the lobby. Brought to you by Cyanide. And that is now just dropping the numbers down to just 6 squads, 14 players left. We're about to see another fight here, but Leon's going to be eliminated from the scene. Estella going to go for the fight up against OTF here. And they are going to be caught just out in the middle, hugging on towards this hut. They're going to go for the spray down. Rude not going to be able to find any shots to connect. They got the smoke as well. They can just draw things back just a little bit. You don't want to play inside of the hut. Use it for cover, but you don't want to be inside there. And Nade can just cook you guys up. Looking like they are going to call for a reset. Just going to be rotating here. Going to take the gamble. Going to be going for a frontside push. This might just be it. This might just be the demise. And OTF is going to get eliminated. Same goes for side of 2MS.
It is another elimination. We are down to the top 4. It is a back-to-back elimination coming around. Okay, I see how it is. 11 players, but I love this Foxy. I love this Foxy of a car. Oh my god. Panda, alongside of the rest of his team, that is Team Salt. Just look at them. Team Salt, last match, they were just a 2-man alive. They joined for the 2 match, but this time, as soon as they joined for the 4-man, look at the performance difference. Panda has 5 solo eliminations. Tabe has 1 elimination. That's count up to 6 total elimination, but V9 Obito with a Sharingan, he manages to find the player through the smokes, gets him out. It's still Obito that still gets eliminated outside of the circle. Oh my god. Those are some back-to-back eliminations happening. Even the circle is taking the players out, or it's another one of the players that actually manages to do that. But Cyanide comes in for the rescue, but no, he's going to be found. He's going to be spotted. But no, he actually didn't get spotted. Okay, that's news to me, because so far, I had the hope that at least Team EST, as they were approaching the scenario, this position, they could have at least spotted the player that was already knocked out. They could have shot at them, but Salt Esports, they're the first one to get eliminated out of the top 3, and EST and CND are the only 2 ones alive.
Woo, woo, woo. CND, Estella. 7 elimination points, 8 for a set of Estella. We've seen a 3v4 earlier, and clearly the team that was on the deficit was able to clutch it up. I mean, numbers advantage, we can talk about it all we want, but it's truly just going to come down to the last and final readjustment. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Funneling through. Once again, zone's going to start to restrict, but doesn't even matter. Regardless, the battlefield is pretty small already. Blank is going to go for a spray down. Spots one player out. Estella Shy is going to be down to the ground as we move towards this very clash. It's a 2v4.
Oh my god, it is a 2v4. It is a 2v4 coming here. But the main question is Sage going to get out of the car? Because he has smoked his car. Nobody knows where his location is. At the same time, the rest of the players are also trying to find out where the enemy side are. But it's a 2 versus 4. Aish gets taken down. Now it's down to the last guy. That is Sage. Sage, it's all up to you. You managed to take down at least one. But can your grenade strike through? Can your grenade hit the mark on the face of the players? It does hit a lot of damage, but not enough to get those eliminations. Another one goes out. This time it will take down the player. It is officially a 1v1 going around. Shanu versus Sage. Shanu versus Sage. Are you going to survive? Are you not going to survive? This is the big question. Sage, heal, boost yourself. Whatever you want to do it right now. Go forward because the player is about to get revived up. He has been spotted. The revival was denied. The player goes back. He's going to reload, but it's a P90. PP Bison, in fact, towards the PP Bison. Bison versus Bison finally is going to happen. Which Bison is going to strike through? Which Bison is going to strike first? That's the bigger question. He finally managed to squeeze out those eliminations to his name. That's 4 elimination to Shanu's 3 elimination so far. In comparison to the elimination, Shanu may have like a less chance of getting this fight done for him. But Sage constantly going forward. He's going to do the damage. He's going to make sure that he does the deed, and Sage does it. It's over. Estella wins this match to their name. An amazing winner chicken dinner to the team Estella.
Estella was pretty mediocre on the first round, but was able to back it up, and they're going to be able to climb 28 points off this very game. Such a lovely readjustment, and come again, we partaked onto the last and final clash. It was a 2v4. Odds was against them, but it didn't matter at most. They were able to get that readjustment, and it was all because of Sage bagging it down, claiming it right back for the squad. Enough to be said. 28 points. So detrimental, especially on the second round.
It is 20 points in the second round. It's definitely detrimental, but 69 total eliminations, 63 knockouts, 6,576 of a healing, 6 grenade eliminations in the match. That happened, 61 assists. Ooh, that's a big number, big boy number. But 2 cars elimination are also on their way. Comparison, it is Estella versus the team Cyanide at this time, 1858 to 1855. 8 knockouts on both sides, 12 to 9 eliminations, 28 minutes of survival time. But total points are where everything changes, 22 to 15. Team Salt is going to be the guys for the MVP race. 5 elimination, that is on Panda's name, 677 damage.
Woo, woo, woo. Top players here, Panda, of course, alongside with Sage with 5. We have MRG with Niza 101 with 4. Same with for set of Blanky from the side of CND. Shanu will be able to run it down with 3 as well. And I mean, it wasn't really the most like high killing game, at least for individual players, but surely for sure it was for the set of Estella.
It definitely was. It definitely was at this time. But nonetheless, 22 points. It's a huge number. It's a huge W for the Team Estella at this point. Team CND with 15, OTF with 11, Salt with 11 as well, MRG with 10, 9 for V9, 2MS gets 6, 5 for DMT, Leon's with the 4. That marks the end of the page number 1. Going to the page number 2, we might see some decent number 2s on the players. But the main question still resides on how many of the players are going to have a 0 to their name at that time. This is the bigger question because on the second page, it's going to determine those teams that still haven't played better of the Wrangle for themselves, and they need to do a lot better. They need to work a lot on themselves in this upcoming Wrangle match. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 names. Trilla, INF, PRT, and Akagami. That's 0 points in this first Wrangle match.
Take a look at Estella here with 28 points. Game over OTF. It's just going to be on the trail with 26, 25% of DCM, DMT. And a big gap now here starts to come through between DCM and DMT with SDMZ Cyanide alongside Game Over Esports. Team Salt going to have 11 alongside with Game Over Velocity 9. Forno and DCM Morgan will have 10 here. And that is so far the overall ranking for this post-match number 2.
Definitely is. This is the overall ranking. But on the second page, Kagami on the number 10, 9 points. Fnatic with 8, 8 for 2MS, 7 for Club Leons, 4 PM with 4 PM 2CB with 5, Tranquility with 4, 2 for Crown Pirates. Then we have NGB Esports with 1, and last but not the least, INS Trilla with the 0. That marks the end of the overall rankings on the top 18 of these players post-match number 2. But remember, only the top 5s are going to move forward. Only the top 5s are going to be going into the grand finals. Top players is going to be Fruits with 7 eliminations overall. Then we have Rudays with 8 eliminations, Sage with 7, Fisherman with 7 as well. And last but not the least, it is once again Fruits from Team OTF with 6 elimination. I see 2 Fruits. I'm not sure if that's the same person or a different one. Confirm me on that, Warden.
That's crazy. I mean, I can confirm it myself because I'm pretty lost, but 2 same names, different KDAs, might be different people. We don't know. But hey, at least we've gone through the first round of a Wrangle now, but we still have 2 more to go here. Come again, DMT Esports was able to win the first round, and it was on Sanhok, the only Sanhok that will be bound to be played on today's broadcast. Estella bounces back here on towards game number 2 on a Wrangle, but still have 4 matches to go. 2 Wrangle and 2 Miramar territories.
Oh, it definitely is. 2 Miramars, 2 more Wrangles to go. But before we head to the second Wrangle of the day, that is the match number 3, guys. So we will be going on a short break. Do not go anywhere. Stay here. Stay connected with us. Make sure if you haven't liked the stream yet, do hit that like button right now, and we'll see you after the short break.
Cards bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me.
Welcome back.
ladies and gentlemen. Hey, there we go. Nonetheless, I'm gonna let you take this one, Warden.
Yeah, I mean, welcome back once more to the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. By the way, yes, for sure, this is Season 3. We've gone through Season 1, Season 2. You know, we've seen a lot of narratives falter already on the first few previous seasons, but, it's in the past. It's something that you don't really, want it back now because, there's a brand new season. You just want the whole intensity be back in this competition now here for Season 3. And looking like we are about to head straight towards the second round for a wrangle. Here we go, Torix once again. We've seen, two teams already win the bag.
Oh, wow.
Off the very run for this tournament. Now let's take a look at the first take here for round number 3, and it is going to be the flight path, looking to be pretty one-sided on the eastern side of the map here, Torix.
Oh, it definitely is, but I was pretty sure nothing of this wrangle is going to surprise me, but here I am, wrong again. The circle going all the way favoring the eastern corner, the Stolber, the Yuzhnaya, the prison, the Milta, even the military base, and on top of that, Sanvoska military base as well. Until the Pachinki, I think the teams can easily drop at their perimeters, but if they want to go anywhere further than that on the western side, they need to find a car as soon as possible. And I'm talking about Rozok City's garages, those Watertown garage, those Pachinki's garage car if you need, and at the same time those military base bridge side as well to their name. If you want to go from the ferry pier side, be my guest. But Milta is having contestation, maybe with two teams at the same time. We are seeing the prison being contested. Yuzhnaya Poliana, it's already a yes to the Yuzhnaya Poliana, but the circle.
Wow.
I just love it when the circle goes like chaotic for every team. Like, yeah, you're there. I'm just gonna go sit over there.
Oh, wow. And
Ooh,
you talk about chaotic right there. C and D just faced 4 players simultaneously on this run. And that it can't get worse than that. And on the feed, we get to see some road rage action from the set of Man T as they claim one player from the set of game over. Nera does find it all down. There is just so much things going on, and that's exactly what's bound to happen when you get greeted with a pretty one-sided flight path, and the circle is just shifting to the other side.
It is shifting to the other side, and it's bringing chaos for everyone. But why do we have 19 teams? Wait a second, right here. 69 players with 19 teams? This doesn't add up. It doesn't add up right now, but we do have to see how it's going to add up for the teams, the players. Somewhere has joined as a solo in a wrong spot somewhere. I can definitely assure you that, but that player might just get eliminated somewhere in the waters or maybe AFK, but let's focus. Let's focus on the game. Let's focus on the elimination that is happening. Yeah, where is that 19th player? I know what your curiosity is.
You just don't want that, though. You really don't want that, because that just adds more opportunities for more elimination points, and it would be pretty unfair as well for the next round that doesn't really have 19 team historics. That I don't know. Come again, I'm not like the marshal or anything, but it's just something that if I was making the call here, I don't think I would push through with this round. But hey, things already happened. You can't really do anything about it anymore. It's just that you can't really have things like this slip away from our hands. This is a pretty alarming situation, Darks.
That definitely is a pretty alarming situation. But here we go. Here we go. This is that single guy from the Soul side. He was not able to join this match. Sold 3-man. It feels sad. I'm feeling sad for them right now. They were so close, yet they are so far from a complete full team.
Yeah, if I was Saltier, you know me for a fact you're not supposed to be playing on this round. Just take yourself out, bro. Don't give any elimination points to anything. But I think that might just come into deduction as well, since he's not moving, if ever. Not too bad of a problem as you think about what are the possible resolution. But on the feed, we get to see game over. Finding the players of NGB out.
It definitely is the case. It is going still a super slow fight. Oh my god. Nobody wants to take this fight right now. And it's going to bring so much of a chaos because just look at the distance between these two teams and the circle. 1,900 meters. That's not a small amount. If this was Sandhawk, I would have said, yeah, you can easily go there. It's no problem. But no, it's a wrangle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wrangle. And guys, you need to move as soon as possible. 400 meters outside the circle. DCM it is. But taking 2, taking 3 down. Oh my god, Willie, you are going hard on these guys. Everybody is losing their mind right now. And just down to the last guy, Akagami, 1 man. He is actually the 1 man, and he has been spotted. Oh my god!
Oh wow, topside play. He
1v4.
gets sprayed down. Wow. Well handled, Kagami once again just going down just like that. That is just so unfortunate. Willie, oh god, from the side of DC and Morrigan, shutting them down just like that. And well, it is what it is. But come again, PUBG Mobile is one of those games that one player can just end up popping off, bro.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Ooh, first team get fully eliminated, and they didn't even fight back. This is what's bothering me. That team, Akagami, couldn't even fight back against a Billy Shearville at that time. That 1v3 that he actually put up, it was phenomenal nonetheless. But Team Estella, I'm seeing them kind of knocked out in the perimeter. Just look at their HP. One player is knocked out, the other one is super low. Someone needs to check them up. Someone needs to go and check what they're doing, how they're doing, and which location are they taking the fight for themselves as well. They're on the top. Remember this. They are the team that is in the overall ranking on the very top. And getting their player lose 1 or 2, it's going to bring a lot of chaos for them too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, PUBG Mobile is very punishing, especially if you don't really end up choosing the proper clashes that you want to partake into. And look at Inferno here, getting sniped off from the rooftop from the side of 2CB at 4 p.m. And that might just be a calling once again that they just want to push up. Coming in from Lipovka, they are alerted already, but come again, Inferno, just by looking at the way that they're just rotating away from the scene, they're out in the open. Big mistake there as another player falls down to the ground. 4 p.m. 2CB on the trail has their advantage, and they are going to be able to make the most out of this. And I know for sure Red from the side of Inferno can't really do anything about this anymore. He wants to go for another take, but he just gets tagged up in the process, bumps into a tree. He's right rear tire is gonna be damaged as well. The zone is hurting here. He only has 2 medkits, and it's just not looking bright here for the side of Inferno.
Ouch! Ouch! Oh my god! Zanam! You beast, you beauty, Zanan. You manages to take down not only 2, but finish them up as well. That's straight up. Oh, a chaos that you have put up against the other team, but 2CB. Now, you guys need to finish the Zanan and Nifan as well. As Reach closes in, Zanan is also about to lose her or his life at this time. I-Tex closing in. 2CB, are you going to be able to get that final elimination? Reach closing in. But Tex with the M416 and the S12K, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Reach still takes him out, confirmed him. But from the behind, 2CBPS comes in for the rescue. But at what cost? You got 4 eliminations, yeah. But at the cost of 3 of your players? Ouch, that's an instant ouchie going around.
I mean, the doability, the holdability, the stability, the durability wasn't there for them for a set of Inferno. And that was exactly why that they just fell down like flies, bro. Now we take a look back at the zone here. Sustainability wise, Estella should have this one on the bag. Same goes for a set of DMT. And it looks to be pretty doable here, Torix.
Oh, it definitely is a doable right now. We have to see how it's going to be a doable situation for the Team 2CB, because the only thing doable for them right now is the survival. From this point onward, it is only survival waiting for them. But what are these guys doing outside of the circle? My mind is getting blown by all of these teams and their ability to hold down the circle, outskirts of the circles, not just even in the play zone, the blue zones. They are waiting calmly, patiently for the teams to move from the area, and as soon as they do that, the teams they see, they instantly shoot them from outside of the circle.
The survivability needs to be talked about here so far, as we get to see Tranquility. I mean, so far, it's pretty shaky here, but Titan does have this overview. And clearly, one player on the feed didn't really have the durability to hold on towards this very zone. And drawing back inside of this game, 16 teams is left and remaining for this very clash. And come again now. Look at the holdability that Tranquility is putting up here, man. He's just holding this one down. Leon's going to be out away from the open, but it's just too far for his shots to connect, bro.
Oh, yeah, it is too far for the shots to connect. Titan, be Thanos. Be the Mad Titan right now. Shoot with all your heart. Make sure every bullet connects. Take half, at least 50% of the life off the player. If you're not going to take whole, if you're not going to take 2 of their players down, at least take everybody's 50% HP. Be Thanos. Be the Titan that you are meant to be. 55 players remaining into the match, but still 3 teams, 2 teams, let's just say, because that's the little guy. I think he has finally been finished off. Team Salt, Mortal is trying to get that elimination done, but as soon as they do that, it's still a back shot on them. It's still a retaliation knockout. So both parties are back to the 2-2 split.
Drawn away from the facility, lacking the ability to actually sustain and find the sustainability. And we wait and see once again. Looking at this very case here, so far, Torix, everyone's running away now. Come again. We've seen a lot of early clashes here on towards the first few stages, but we can possibly see things slow down in this very moment. And so far, we got a minute and 35 seconds left for stage 2 to close out. And yeah, I mean, we're just bound to see a lot more to come through once we move over to stage 3 once again. That has always been the storyline coming in from this, respective region. And that was pretty evident as well, as we were able to see on the first and the second round. But looking at the segment of the game, MRG, they are on the race to be on the top feed here for this very round. They got 4 elimination points. No players dropped down, not just yet.
No player so far got knocked out. And this raises concern to me that once again we are seeing the same exact wrangle that we saw in the previous match. Teams going for a safer side, and at the very end it's going to be way too chaotic. The back-to-back 4 teams in an instant are going to go down, maybe 2 this time, might just lose their life after this third stage actually occurs. 44 seconds, remember that, ladies and gentlemen. 40 seconds are remaining before the circle makes another shift. INS Trilla so far close to another team near the Potato Hill, but closing down to their own players, to their own teammates. Nobody is going to be looking at the Potato Hill, but someone needs to go. Someone needs to look at it. And for sure, someone did shoot at the car of the team Trilla at this time, but Trilla was too much focused on not staying at this area, but leaving the perimeter, getting inside of that cover areas for themselves. It's already way too chaotic. You can already see Team ODF still at the northern side city of the Georgia Pool. We can see some of the teams at the hospital outskirts, some of the teams still outside the blue zones, but the circle is going to take the hardest shifts of them all. Watertown it is. The bridge side of the Watertown is in the circle.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I love that, but come again, it is, changing up the terrain on the possible final circle. And, we love to see diversity quite a lot now. Come again, we do see some teams rotating here from the western side of the map. That is going to be OTF coming from the side of the mainland Georgia Pool. And the rest will live on here. We move over now towards DCM DMT, which has had a pretty slow take on the second round. Let's see what they can do here on this run. Come again, they got Fisherman, Hunter, Shizui alongside Sane here, and they are overlooking the players here, just right across. I mean, information's granted, not so certain about the other side though, but looking like this ruins might just be pretty congested in just a very few moments.
It is a very few moments right now, but if we are looking at the teams and their positions, Team ODF, I love the fact that not only they were a split second ago, like a minute ago, outside of the circle, so far away, but in an instant, as soon as they realized that they were in the wrong place, they not only managed to take the blue zone, stop taking the blue zone damage for themselves, but instantly moves inside of that circle for their own benefit as well, and bestest position that they can possibly get near the ruins. As the circle was going to the northern side areas, this position that they have secured so far for themselves, it's definitely going to help them. But look at the kill feed. Trilla is actually going once again for those fights, those casualties. From 54, we are now seeing 53 players.
Ooh. Now on the feed, TMF Hunter just find one as well. And looking at this, PRT, the Crown Pirates, they do have another. This is going to be Trilla that will be crossing the front side right there. Pirates might just be able to truly pirate their lives away if they can get the timing right. One player's going to be out in the open, but they might just get caught in a pinch as well. So you got to be cautious. But on the feed, Estella, they go for a fight up against one squad as well. There is so many things happening here, Torix.
There is a lot of things happening so far, and we do have to see other players are going to take those ways for themselves. So far, it is the stage number 3. Remember that already. The stage shift is going to put so much of a pressure on so many teams that they're only Oh my god, concern should be to get inside of that circle, but this is not the case. This is not the case! INS, you are sabotaging your own team members. What are you doing? One player goes down, and in an instant, they are getting a lot of damage. 2 player down, but they take down 2 as well. S12K going around. S12K. But Team PRT's S12K makes its way. Anakin gets the final elimination. It's over. It is over for this team, but there are more contenders in the back waiting for this opportunity to take those fights down.
Yep, you just have to pay for it. You asked for it, and you get greeted by surprise that DCM Morgan can run you down. But hey, still a reset needs to be called though. Pirates now here caught in the middle, up against DCM Morgan. And this is another look to be a possible squad wipe, led by the side of DCM Morgan. Pirates going to be inside of the house. One guy's going to be holding this angle down. I mean, there we go. The DVS straight to the face of Refod from the side of the Pirates. And it's going to be pinches over pinches here. Eliminations laid out. The squad of the Pirates. And that is going to be DCM Morgan once again putting their names up on the pedestal.
It is their name up on the pedestal at this angle going around, but 2 eliminations, 3 men still standing. Shy is the only guy that got eliminated. IU, you have a grenade, but is it gonna strike true? The answer might be a big no to this question. They are going forward. They finally take the last 2 players down with their own gun. Sage got that elimination. That's 3 elimination that Sage has as a solo player, but a total of 5 eliminations to the team. It is a good start for them as well, even in this match. Team EST, once again, they're shining. They're on the top, and with these 5 eliminations, there's going to be like less likely for the Team OTF, maybe DMT, to actually like cross them over from that point onward. There we go. Fanatics, there he is, but he's outside the circle. He is out of the safe line. You need to move back into the perimeter, but in the perimeter, there's already multiple teams waiting out. Oh my god. I just love the fact that no one even thought about going from the bridge side, because look at that. The bridge is completely empty. Everyone wants that throw-ins area for themselves, and because of that, it's getting way too chaotic.
Too chaotic here. Stage 4, 13 squads. You can't expect more than just chaotic here, and so far Fnatic's going to be able to go for the trade-off between Tranquility. And it's going to be Inventy here trying to find a better angle off this very situation. But come again, it is very dire. It's very crucial. And in the process, CND does get eliminated now. Drops down to just 12 squads here on the feed. MRG to spot another player from the set of Fnatic. Simultaneous gunfights happening here. Hard to call who's going to reign supreme. But so far on the map, you get to see more map control here from the set of Tranquility. But they got 2 players down to the ground already. Maxi and Titan. Titan might just get res back into action. Same goes for said Maxi, but they got to worry about the zone as well.
Oh, it definitely is the case, but oh, that was a good shot from Titan. Willie gets taken down. Another grenade goes over. Player gets taken down, and this is what we were talking about. In an instant, we are going to see a lot of eliminations, a team elimination, but Rolex's car got stuck in the tree. Instantly, he gets taken down, and the last guy, Nizadi, the last man hope for the players, he got finished as well. That's another team, another name going out of the lobby. But on the southern side, if you're looking at the team game over, 2MS, team DTF, close to team Salt, we might see some more fights. Team 2C as well gets elimination on them. Another team goes out. From 13, we go down to the number of 9 total teams.
Woo. And so far, Estella, once again, they're on the very run to go back to back. Again, they only have 3 players, but they've been in this situation before. But it's still far from the end. Now here it is, 2MS Esports, Lazy's down to the ground. Reem as well. The nade connects here from their ops. And it's just so unfortunate. Zeus is looking at his teammates trampling down to the ground. And he can't really do anything aside from the assist from the smoke. Has to go for the fight, gonna go for the spray down. Can't even confirm Aki down to the ground. Rin just tried to put his teammate back into action, but they need to move in quicker.
They definitely do. They definitely do need to move in quicker as soon as possible for themselves. But the main concerning thing is how far can they go before the team can actually see them, can actually find them from the angle? Even look at Zeus. Zeus does not even have a single first aid kit for his name. He doesn't have anything to heal himself, just the bandages, OTF, trying those UMPs, those shots to take the players down. But Zeus not only manages to heal himself back to almost the 75% HP, but also manages to take one player down. But the car eliminations are coming around. Minto going around the perimeter, taking those fights with the M4 UMP and taking the players down of the DBS caliber. Come on, this is way too good to be true at this point. We are down to the top 7. The circle once again is shifting towards the new one. The stage number 5 is about to commence. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and everyone that's outside right now is going to face the wrath of the circle, because just look at the chunk. Look at the damage of the circle that's actually happening on all of the players. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of lives that's going to be lost because of the play zone.
Up now. Play zone being such a huge factor here. Pressure is on. Estella, once again, we're on the run, but they only got one more player to hope for to try to survive. No clear definition. Who can rain this one down? Put this one down to the ground, and so far, Estella Sage, she's going to get taken away. And it is now going to be Estella here eliminated from the scene. Well, now, running for the side of this win. Might just be DMT, but it's still far from over. They got to sustain a big fight up against Game Over.
Oh, it definitely is the case so far, but there we go. Zane. He gets the player down. He manages to save his team member up. But you need to reload. You need to take the fight against these two players as well. He does a lot of damage. He takes one down, takes the second one out too. Oh my god, Fisherman, you insane beauty. And at the same time, DMT Sane, this fire, the shots from the side, he managed to take down everybody in a split second within a single circle shift. We are down from 11 teams to 5 total teams. The top 5s are on our screen right now. OTF, a solo player. Salt, a duo. Same time, TRQ almost going to a duo as well, but Leon's going around with 3 men still standing. DMT with a trio as well. There we have it. Team Salt going forward. The solo guy. He's the only guy that is Katis. Katis manages to take down everyone from the TRQ side. It is a 1v3 that he manages out of this area.
Beautiful take here first out of Salt here. Katis still going to be surviving, but come again. Rogue Wolf, Rowan Wolf. And he has to deal with possibly Fisherman because he might just be able to sneak behind him. Zone, no one's partaking in it directly. It doesn't even matter at this stage of the competition. A minute for them to stall out before it does decide to close in. Leon's in OTF, Jupais and Jay in a big, terrible situation. Leon's might just be able to trample them down. So far, it is still a run that might just lean towards Leon's and DMT. And OTF finds one up against Leon's here. DMT, though, is going to close out the distance. They're going to go for the push here on this ridge. And they're going to get templed up from the top side. They finds one to connect. Katis is there inside of the water. Do they know? Yes, they do. They go for the spray. Katis is now going to be out. 3 squads remaining here. Salt is out.
Salt is out. They are definitely out. But Snipe from Game Over, he's also the solo guy. It is a 1 versus 2 versus 3. DMT is the only team with the manpower, with the man advantage to their name. And from this point onward, I think it's obvious that they might be able to get that winner chicken dinner for themselves. Already, Sinpei has provided his location to the side of the team of Leon's now. They are the ones throwing all the throwables, the grenades, the molotovs at the perimeter. He is going to be forced to get out of that hiding, get into somewhat of an area where he can have the circle for himself. But Leon's move as fast as possible, because this circle, you cannot take it lightly. It's going to do a lot of damage to you. The player jumps around. DMT takes the final nail in the coffin. Leon's is out of the match. It is a 1 versus 3. OTF versus DMT. It is a 1v3, and in which case, the Grozas from the DMT side, they are definitely going for that.
GG's.
Oh, grenade.
Nades flying through. Bullets might just be a factor as well. Regardless, yep, the nade gets the connection. Fisherman truly fishing his opponent. Not really the most legal way to fish a player with explosives, but at least he does get the job done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner goes, obviously, to the one and only DCM DMT.
Oh, it definitely is the case. At DCM DMT, 8 total eliminations and a match point with 18 points. They ended up a beautiful game indeed. 2 eliminations for Hunter. Shisui got 0. Fisherman got 3. And Sane has 3 as well. That's 3, 3, and 2 eliminations to the player side. 1 assist, 2 knockouts for Hunter. 1 assist for Shisui. 1 knockout for Fisherman. 1 assist and 2 knockouts for the last guy as well. But the match summary comes around 62 eliminations, 63 knockouts, 8,620 total healing, 7 grenade eliminations, 38 total assists, and last but not the least, in this match we had 3 car eliminations, fully finishing up the players from the match with the single cars.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of road rage happening on the first stage, all because of how the zone shifted towards the left side of the map, where the flag paths really started off from the east. But enough to be said, we got this one all locked down. Second run for the set of Wrangle. We get 3 in total for today's broadcast. We're down to just only 1 on that match number 4, and right after that, we are going to be transitioning to Miramar back-to-back as well. Torix, I'm loving the whole way that DCM DMT has been able to, sustain all throughout, regardless of like the gunfights that they got to deal with. And so far, we got the MVP. It is going to be Sand with only 3 elimination points. Yes, it wasn't really the most high-killing game, but enough to be said. Clearance came through, and DCM DMT was able to get this one in the bag.
Oh, they definitely did get this one in the bag. The top players of the match number 3 is going to be Sane. Then we have MRG with Villy. Villy is one of the guys that did do a lot of insane performances, not only in this match and the previous one as well, because he still has his name in the top players. Sage with the 3, then we have Titan with the 3 as well, and last but not the least is DMT's Hunter with 2 eliminations from 3, 4, 3, 3 till the 5th one goes to the number 2.
Woo. I mean, you kind of see like the whole impact difference on DCMT, and bam, I mean, 18 total points on the trail is going to be OTF with 10. Same goes for a set of MMRG and Stella. TRQ, Tranquility will have 9. A bit of a trail here for a set of Salt and Leon's. Got 8 and 6. Game Over with 5, and 2CB with 4.
Oh, yes, it definitely is the case, but on the second page, there's only 2 names with 0 points to their name. That is Fnatic and Akigami. 1 for 2MS, We9, and CND, 2 for NGB, Trilla, INF, and PRT has 3 points to their name, even on the second page. And this is a good start. But DCM, DMT, 43 points, Estrella, 18 points, over with 18, 16 for STM Cyanide. At the same time, there is the Club Leons with 13, Inferno with 13 as well.
Woo! Clearance coming in here and on the run for, the top 10 to 18 teams. I mean, 13 and 12 for the side of Tranquility and Game Over, Velocity, and Akigami. 2 MS Esports, 4 PM 2CB will have 9. 8 for set of Fnatic. Crown Pirates now going to be on the trail with 5. And we do have NLM, BX, NGB Esports, and INS Trilla with 3 points to their name.
Oh, it definitely is the case so far, but that's about it. That is the scenario after the 3 matches. But top players of all of these matches are going to be Roots, first of all, with 10 elimination. Then we have Sage with the 10. Then we have Rui Days with 9. Fisherman with the 10 as well. And last but not the least, Hunter with 6. But look at the insane damage Hunter has. It is more than Fisherman's. Even though Fisherman has like a substantial equilibrium on the damage and the elimination, Hunter takes it up a notch. It is almost twice, 2.5% more, 2.5 times more the damage than his actual elimination numbers.
Now we take a look at the whole running here for the pool for today's broadcast. We've seen 3 maps already with Sandhawk, Erangel, and Erangel. DMT is going to be able to put their names up now here for Erangel. I mean, you take a look at the way that the points are now accumulated for them. Surely going to be on the run for being the #1 squad here so far, but we're halfway through done here, Torix. We still got 3 more games to go, and I know for sure that you guys are down to see more actions up ahead, but unfortunately, we're going to have a short break before we head straight towards the last round for Erangel, so we'll be right back, guys.
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And this? These are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No. We shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Brought to you by Ooredoo Nation, Gamers Land. This is the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3, and we are the caster share for this English broadcast. My name is Torix. No, my name is Warden. Alongside with me is Torix. We are the casters for today.
We are definitely switching up, but nonetheless, yes, it is the real Torix. It is the real Warden right over there. This is not the other way around, but in a short while, guys, yes, the final Erangel match will commence. Remember this, that all the teams, they played their very best. I have to give it to some of the teams that, yeah, they did slightly better than the other one in both of the Erangels. They knew exactly how the Erangel should be played, and they exactly did that. But those teams that are still at the bottom side in the overall ranking, I have to say, this is your last choice, because the Miramar are going to bring you even more destruction. It's going to bring you even more of the fact that you're going to go super slow, and it might not help you that much at that time. So whatever you're going to do, whatever your strategy is, even if it's like go straight for those early fights, do it right now. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. This is the first day. You can test the waters. You can test the gunfight of the other teams at this time by just dropping around the perimeters of their locations and judging them. try to figure out how the other team play for the rest of your days as well. This is the time for the wrangle. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to take much of your time into the caster desk. Straight up, we see the plane line once again. Wait a second. What is this plane line again?
Deja vu. Once again, leaning towards the eastern side of the map, and then the circle is going to be like, okay, you stay on that side, I'll go to the other side. Make some more pressure for the teams here, but hey, we'll see how this one's going to go. But for the time being, what's going to be accessible is obviously going to be Yasna Polinaya, Mansion, Prison, Shelter Farm, Milta Power. Obviously, Novo. Novo might be a pretty good choice if ever. It might just be pretty risky, but there is a lot of garages as well that has those spawns, so it might not be too bad after all. But looking like some teams here have learned from their mistake and probably lean towards the left side of the map. But nope, it says nope. I'm gonna be heading straight to the vicinity of Novo and the military base.
Oh, it definitely is the case. Once again, we are seeing some hard shift on the circle, but this one is gonna actually hurt a lot because Warden, before the circles were actually on the land. This time around, almost, I have to say, 40% of the circle, judging all the water in the vicinity, is actually completely submerged into the water. Only 60% of the land, movable place where you can possibly take the fight, is actually inside of that circle. But Team RGC Tranquility going to the Nova Rupnoi at the very end. A very wise choice because now they're going to be inside of that circle. But look at the team game over into the kill feed. They are taking those early fights against the Team Mantis and GB. And already one player is knocked out. He gets confirmation with a knife? What?
Shenanigans. Drop shenanigans for sure, bro. But hey, look at this. 3 squads, 4 squads, right around, and it's gonna be LMB X NGB so far facing the Fury. Up against the Robs, game over here, leading the push, and the pinch comes through as well. And YNGB tries to support his teammate, but unfortunately, he's just too far away. What a disgrace, but yep, he's gonna go down. It's gonna be so quick here. A squad eliminated already. That is gonna be NGB out away from the scene.
Oh, it definitely is the case so far. Already a single team, a full team, has left this match, and I really feel sorry for them because that is one of the team that is at the bottom side. They are at the number 17 position, but look at the Team DMT. Once again, they are here to take those aggressions for themselves. They have nothing to lose. They know they have a lot of good points for themselves, and they can easily go for those fights. INF facing some harsh reality. Wait a second, the last guy is standing, and everything is residing on that single guy's just shoulders. It is his weakened shoulders because his team members are no longer alive, and whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna hold a whole Olympus, whole Erangel match, the rest of his team on his shoulders from this point onward.
Yeah, I mean, hold hands for sure, especially dealing with cohesive clashes like that. I mean, True Testament there was truly for game over. They were committing with each other, and they were able to run down the players of NGB. I mean, bagging them that early drastic lead of 4 elimination points, hands down. Pretty good start there for them. Now, Inferno is kind of in a pretty tricky spot. I thought that they were one of those squads that we could be eyeing out for all throughout this whole broadcast, but they got 2 players disconnected away from the lobby already. So it's not really looking good here for Set of Inferno.
That is definitely true. It is not looking good whatsoever for the Team Inferno at this time. But judging from the fact that, yeah, it is another one of those Erangel where everybody's taking those early fights and those top teams are getting all of their eliminations to their name. Already, game over has 18 points, and this 4 more elimination points that they have secured for them, it's going to wind up to a 22 because they have successfully taken down the Team MRG, Team Salt Esports, from number 4 and number 5 all the way to the 5 and number 6. They jump down 2 parameters up into the points chart on the number 4. But all of these teams, so far, what we have seen is what they're lacking, Warden, is the confidence. As soon we are seeing as soon as they get into a fight, they lose their momentum, they lose their confidence. And the worst thing about it is everyone is trying to take those single fights. They are not taking those team fights, which can potentially help you win out all of those clashes that could have been potentially your eliminations.
Ooh, and I really just have to agree with you on that note. And so far, Trilla gonna be on the rotation as well. I mean, just by looking at how the drops was allocated, we're bound to expect a lot of these rotations to come in, and the possible clashes, the possible fights that we're bound to see is just teams meeting in that very process. Come again, we started off with this circle, kind of leaning towards the southern side of the map, which Novo alongside military base is at. But we don't exactly know. Maybe by the time stage 3, stage 4 starts to kick in, it might lean towards the mainland. But it's just for something for us to find out later on.
Oh yeah, we do have to see that later on in the game. But ooh, do I see two teams close to them, close to each other? The answer is yes. Cha-Cha gets a finisher, but a car burst down. Okay, I thought for a second the car burst down actually managed to take down one of the players, but Desoro, he finally gets a headshot with the AKM from that far away, but just a red dot. A good shot, a good casualty going around. 2 CB now. Down to the last two guys. It is a 4 versus 2 scenario, but oh my god, game over. You are overing everybody's game at this point. That's 3 back-to-back eliminations on 2 CB at this angle. PS, the solo guy, the only guy that is right now alive, he has nowhere else to go. He can only go Yasnaya, Poliana. But the main question is the team chasing him? Are the team chasing him over to this place as well? Because 2CB, they're also getting some casualties. They got the casualties on them. And whatever I can see so far is the fact that 2CB, everything that they have to do from this point onward is either a hiding game or a holding game from this point onward. But TRK Tranquility, they have a good position, a decent one, but nobody wants to go here and take those fights. I'm seeing such a slower angle that it's basically like becomes a bloodshed after some of the time.
Now, Zone here about to close out, and looking like a lot of the composition is just truly leaning towards the military base. Now, they've taken the gamble. Is it actually going to be leaning towards them and looking like they still are going to be part of the possible, last few stages where the circle could be reciting towards to? Now, though, a lot of heavy rotations can come from the east side. Look at how colorful the east side is, Torix.
It definitely is. It's kind of like circle favoring all of those early angles. The nowhere. Nobody is. Circle favors those locations where there's the least amount of team members are. But look at the mini screen. Look at the mini screen. FGC going for those fights and actually did a 1v3. There we go, Titan. You made sure that your name stands out in the lobby at this point. The 3 eliminations back to back, single-handedly. It's amazing. But 16 total teams that are still alive. Only 2 teams, complete 2 teams, have so far been eliminated. But the number of players that are alive, 57, that shows us there's a lot of missing players in every team.
And come again, this might just be the last and final run here for the taker for set of Wrangle, but might just be the slowest one it is. And it's something that you kind of like expect already, especially when you got like an bringing squad of like DMT that has been able to dominate 2 rounds already for this very broadcast. Although like Estella is probably one of those squads that kind of has a vision on the bigger picture. And so far they do spot a squad just right down below there. It's just a matter of questioning, are they going to go for it? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be Akagami that will be just residing on the townhouse.
Yep, that definitely is the case so far. But Demon, EST Shy, need to go as soon as possible to revive the players up. But the casualties are happening around the perimeters. But the main question is, how long is it gonna take for another team to like completely shut off? But Fisherman, oh no, you went straight from the face side, and you actually got a lot of damage on you. It's a knockdown, but not a confirmation. Hunter still have the possibility of reviving you back on your feet. 4 men can still go back, but Shy from the top side of the mountain. This is a third-party angle. Akagami is actually facing some help from their opponents as well. There's a grenade going. It deals a lot of damage. One player on the other side, actually, Akagami side, is actually just 0 HP. Even if he gets blown into the face, it's over for him. It's going to be knocked out for him. But Sane is playing a really sane game. He knows where to look. He knows he needs to check his surroundings, his backside as well, because there can be multiple teams from the backside approaching him just because of the circle formation.
This might just be them heading straight to jail here. Well said, Anno. Hunter leading push. DCM, DMT, Hunter here going for a push here on the front side. Has a UMP in hand, gonna go for the spray down. Should be able to get the trail as well with the first elimination here off against their predecessor. Kagami now here, down. We're finally back.
Oh, yep. We are finally back, but that definitely was the case, Warden. 41 players are right now remaining with 13 teams that's still alive. But one thing that we do have to see, and we do have to know what the players are going to do from this point onward, is the major question. Because remember, 41 players with 13 teams. That's still like an almost 2 to 3 players averagely alive in every single team, but we know that's not the case. Some teams have a complete squad. Hunter finally manages to get that MG3 for his name. He gets one confirmation, second one through a knife. Ouch! The disrespect. Ooh. He's making sure that everyone that's surrounding, that's getting knocked out by him, they don't come again.
Moving over. Drop it down low. Shots connected from afar. Back and forth gunfights. There's going to be a lot of teams here in the process of going for the rotation. And so far, it is going to be game over. Finding the connection up against one player. 2 players from the set of OTF.
It is the case, but OTF, Minto. Once again, you don't know what's in your back. You need to look back. There's a complete guy right close to you, and he has the opportunity to take you down in a single instance. Minto, come on. Look behind the perimeter, on top of that building, on top of this warehouse. Going to be a single guy that might be the sole reason of your demise. If he cooks a grenade, he throws it inside, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of casualty on you. And on top of that, just look at this guy. Minto actually went outside. He don't want to stay inside of this like takeoff place, this garage for the planes. No, he wants to stay outside because he knows the risk. He knows if there's a grenade inside, it's definitely going to do a lot of damage to him. But there we go. Grenade cooking up. It's being thrown. The players from the game over side, they know that there is someone behind them, but Playzone is going to take a lot of toll on 2 MS players, taking everybody out of the circle.
And now, 12 teams left remaining. Once again, the zone's revolving around the military base. A lot of terrain can be utilized here, Torix. I'm loving this so far. It's been a while since we've seen a zone resetting towards this part of the map on Erangel. And clearly, DMT having 14 elimination points is a squad that you want to watch out for, but Fisherman is going to be down to the ground, quite unfortunately.
It is quite unfortunate right now. 31 players are remaining. 12 teams. Okay, there is another team complete finisher that happened 20 minutes into the game. But still, 20 minutes into the game. We are almost down to our last 10 minutes of this game. On stage number 9, the zone is actually going to be fully finished up. But DMT, 15 elimination. Fisherman is the only guy that got eliminated. They are taking those fights. They are ready to take even more fights. But look at the kill feed. Game over. Team EST. EST won this one out. Got the 2 eliminations. But at the same time, Sage and Shy are being revved up right now.
Dale, once again. I mean, storyline here for DMT. They don't even need to go for any possible clashes here. They just gotta hold on, play for placements. They got the kills on the bag already. We start to restrict things. We move over for this very run. 21 minutes inside of this game, and clearly everything's put to stale once again here, Torix.
Yeah, everything's put to stale once again. We're just gonna wait for another circle shift to be made, and that's when everything's gonna form up into the pieces of Fanatics. They're gonna receive the grenades. Suleiman was the guy that was knocked. He got the finisher with that grenade. Now the players are gonna think, yeah, we got that elimination. There might not be any more players around the perimeters, but no, that's not the case. There's still one more, and he's cooking the grenades on you. You might get cooked because of those grenades, but instantly, the players, once again, they connected back. They are trying. The grenades are not making any kind of connections towards the player side, but ooh, I see Habibi's grenade not only connecting to 1, but 2 of the players of the team of CND. Team CND now down to the last 2 guys that they are. Fnatic tried to take the fight against long distance, but that was not the case for them. Fnatic bot, the only guy, the solo guy that is right now alive. It's a 1v1. The peak fire did work out. He got that elimination, but instantly, he also got eliminated from a different angle. Fnatic is the team that is going to be left alone outside of this game. Team CND, now they need to go. The last guy need to move as soon as possible to his teammates. Give every single one of his teammates, the 3-man that is right now knocked out, the revival. But QFT, DTF, in fact, the team game over. They are right now down on the verge of being eliminated. RGC Tranquility coming close towards the players of the Team CND as well. This is an easy 3 elimination. This is an easy 3 kill frags that you can possibly have for yourself. You just need to have like a decent approach on the players. Everybody's knocked out. You need to look back, Maxi, right now, because you are about to miss the player. And there we go. They got those elimination, every elimination into their name.
Woo, woo, woo. 8 squads down here to fight for this run. The Pirates still complete in regards to their squad. Now, Tranquility gonna get some shots to connect to their face, but in the process, 2CB, they get eliminated from the chase. And now we get CND as well. Squads dropping like flies, well expected as well. We got like, what, 3 squads haggling on. They're single player here. Salt's gonna be leading the push. Panda goes for the spray. Game over. Surely game over for them.
It definitely is game over, but DMT, I am so amazed on the fact that DMT is still alive with a solo player. What are these guys made of at this point? Tranquility giving a really good fight to these guys with 12 eliminations to their name. Salty Sports, they have a 3-man. Team PRT, they have a full squad. Tranquility, now they are the ones looking from the backside at the entrance, at the angles of the Team Salty Sports. But remember, Team Salty Sports, they have the circle. They're the only single team that have the circle for themselves. But K-League gets that knockout on Panda. At the same time, PRT gets the knockout on the player side as well. Tranquility, given the revival, they know they're the solo guys. There are the duos. They cannot do anything, but PRT just gives them enough momentum to push forward towards the team. Kuda couldn't get the elimination. As soon as he gets taken down, it might be a confirmation, but no, the rest of his team comes in, follows in. 2 players. Wanderer is down as well, but Bar2 comes in, takes down Sparta, but Mortal, nobody knew Mortal's location. The guy that was a 4-man squad instantly gets a completion on them.
Now it's just all going to come down to the last 2 teams. Solidity up against Tranquility. Mortal's going to go for the spray down. Nearly gets the player tagged up. Should be a confirmation for the kill, but they're hesitating. Finally, they make the push. Maxi's out. Kelly, 99K, is going to be all alone here to go for the clutch. It's a 1v3 situation. Spots one. Gonna call for the reset. Confirms the kill.
Beautiful.
1v2. Can he do it?
Question, can he do it? The grenades are being thrown at his angle, but he is beautifully dodging every single one of them. Kali, 99, he's going to throw a molly into the retaliation, a very wise choice, making sure that the player gets out completely into the open. He closes on, he's trying to find out the player, but instantly they know that they need to move out their location. But Mortal has a grenade in the hand. He is going to change it to a UMP, but instantly he's going to take the player down. It is Immortal elimination. Salty Sports is going to have the chicken dinner for the match number 4 of the day number 1. The last final wrangle goes to the name of the Team Salt.
Despite the fact that Team Salt really had a pretty shaky first few rounds run, finally they bagged themselves a win here with 37 points in total. Best believe a pretty insane, gnarly comeback. As we get to see Kati is going to have 3 eliminations, Mortal with 5, and the rest will live on.
Oh yeah, that definitely is the true case. But I love the fact that Mortal single-handedly took down 5 of the players, crucial players that were needed to get that chicken dinner done. Katis is also on a great start, 3 elimination, 333 damage, justified. But who took Panda's elimination? Who took that man's kills? 454 damage and no kill whatsoever. This is a tease at this point, and this guy manages to survive till 25 minutes of the game without even a single kill, without even a single frag. 64 total elimination, 79 knockouts, almost 10,000 healing, 4 grenades elimination, 38 assists, and last but not the least, it is a single vehicle elimination that we actually saw in the game. Happened at near the ferry pier's side. But this was the match summary of the match number 4. Chisui is going to be the MVP. He had the Mangekyo Sharingan, so he's definitely going to use that Susano. 7 eliminations, 550 damage, 1 assist, 5 knockouts. Last but not the least, 647 healing. This guy was on to something. This guy was on meds.
It was just cracked all throughout the very game, bro. Shisui 7 leading the whole pack. Kelly 99k from the set of the Tranquility will have 6. Fisherman will have 5 from the set of DMT. Salty Mortal will have 5 as well. And Hunter from the set of DMT will have 3 as well. Rest assured, I mean, still a pretty good run from the set of DMT. They were able to bag a lot of those elimination points. The question is, though, how do they scale up with, the winning team of Salty? Here, I mean, and I'm kind of expecting DMT to still be part of like the top 3, all because of the impact that they were able to get off those elimination points.
That definitely is the true case. The elimination points, the total damage, that's what's bothering me. Just look at Hunter's damage. He has 1,017 damage. Nobody even come close to that. Yes, Shisui does, but still, only with the frags. The frags, it is. The damage, it's still 500. So this guy, he's on the number 5, but he has the most damage amongst all of his peers. That is Moral Fisherman, Haley, and at the same time, the first and the foremost, our Shisui guy that had the MVP to his name. But DMT, 23 points. TRQ, oh my goodness. On the number 2, they come. They have 21. On the number 3, DMT comes, 23 points. Salty Sports, even after that chicken dinner, only manages to secure the 3rd placement in the match ranking.
And the rest will live on here for game over. 12, Pirates with 6, CND with 4, 3 and 3 for a set of the Leons and the OTF. Estelle will have 2 right there, and on the second page, we have Fnatic, V9, 2CB, and Inferno with only 1, and the rest with MRG, 2MS, Akagami, Trilla alongside NGB. They're going to be pretty stale for this one, so hey, it's enough to be said. That is the last and final map here for a round for the side of Erangel.
It definitely was overall ranking after all of our Erangel matches. It comes down to DMT still having that top position. 26 points of a difference from the number 2. Estella comes in on the number 2, number 2nd, 40 Total points, game over, OTF, 39, 37 for Team Sol, 34 for Team RGC Tranquility, game over esports with 30, 24 Cyanide, Morrigan gets 22 as well. Club Leons with 16 points to their name. Number second chart, we do have to see what's the scenario over there, because these teams, they have a decent chance of securing those top 5 position. But on the number second chart, there we come down to that the points are super low. 14 Inferno on the number 10, 13 for Gamer Velocity, 9. Then we have Crown Pirates, 11, 10 for 4 p.m., 2CB, 9 for Akagami, Fnatic with the 9, alongside of 2MS as well. But NLM, BX, and GB Esports, they have 3 alongside of INS Trilla. So these teams, the second chart team needs a lot of work for them at this point, from this point onward, because the day number 1 is about to come to an end. We only have 2 more Miramars, and they have not even secured 20 plus points. And I'm talking about all of the players from the chart number 2.
Definitely. Now you take a look at the whole slayers for the competition. Fisherman surely was fishing the kills with 15 already. We do have another player from the set of Game Over with 13, Hunter with 9 from the set of DMT. OTF Minbox will have 10, and DMT is saying will have 8 right there.
It definitely is the case. 8 elimination, 2,300 damage. 10 elimination, 2,000 damage. But here we have it, guys. DMT, 2 chicken dinners. Estella taking 1, but Salty Sports taking the last match's chicken dinner to their name, leaving us with only 2 more matches. That are both the Miramar, the match number 5, the match number 6. It will commence in a short while, but remember this, that these are the matches that will have the most impact on everyone. They are the longest match of them all, the longest, biggest map of them all as well. And whosoever conquers Miramar, I do believe he can conquer any of the maps as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is something for us to see if ever anyone can adjust to the pacing of Miramar. We all know it's very slow pace, and I know for sure you guys are waiting to see the action already panning out. So, well, let's not keep you guys waiting. We're going to have a short break before we head straight towards the match. Come again, this is the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. We'll be right back, guys.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
Brozomi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay? Ah!
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me. You'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's run from here.
Let's go!
Once again, this is brought to you by Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land. This is the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3, and we are the casters here. My name is Warden, alongside me is Torix, and we're going to be heading straight to the first round here for the set of Miramar. You did say this is going to be the most important round here for this very broadcast, and I got to agree with you. Changing the pacing from Erangel, from Sanhok, all the way down to Miramar gets a lot of those teams be put to trial. So let's come and get it as soon as we head straight towards the flight path. That's going to be another topic that we can dabble on. But for the time being, Torix, how are you feeling about the teams that has been winning all across the board?
Oh my god, the teams. I've already talked about it, that some of the teams, they do not follow the total, like, exact protocol of staying together, but they prefer to play alone, and that's what's stopping them from performing even much better. I believe every single one of these teams, they have the potential, but oh my god, the Circle, once again, why would you tease me like that, Circle? Even the Erangel match of Circle was kind of like this, going from the north side all the way up to the southeastern corner, and this time again, the same Circle going from opposite. It actually took the side of Erangel, and it started from the Miramar, but there we go. Puerto Paraíso is going to be the start, and we're going to head down to Oasis as our final destination. The Circle is going to go to the northern side somewhere. Still, we can assume that the Circle is middle, but San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, they're going to be one of those areas that are going to be accessible. Even Picado is going to be accessible for the teams. But the main concerning thing is, this is the first Miramar of the day. This is the first Miramar match for each and every single one of these teams in this series. So, how they're going to take those fights, and if so, are they going to go for the clash drops? Because so far, Hacienda, San Martin look promising a lot, Arden.
Yeah, definitely. And, just by looking at the whole circle here, it's not too bad. In fact, I'm liking this quite a lot because, mainland obviously is going to be the primary nature for this very round that we're going to be having. And, great opportunities for those who love to play around El Pozo, Monte Nuevo as well. But obviously, when you play this very map, Los Leones is going to be one of those main priority. And yes, for sure, Los Leones is not going to be like completely inside of the zone, but it's not really far after all. Half of it is still going to be, included into the mixture. And last but not least, for a fact, Torix, I know you love this very place in Miramar. Picado is going to be there as well. So there's going to be a lot of comfortability that we're about to see here from these very squads, but not so much for DMT, as from the side of Inferno, Wretch finds the first blood.
He definitely do. This is the first blood drawn going to his name. Inferno losing two of their players at the very start of the game. It's going to be a lot risky for these guys. But Nifen, no. I know you have a Mini 14. I know you have 8x scopes on top of it. But you cannot shoot from this distance. No, you cannot let the other team know your location. Look at the team TRQ, Tranquility versus against the team Salty Sports. They are taking their revenge for the last game, using those punches to eliminate out the players. But DMT, the team that is on the top of the chart, is right now has received a headshot to their name. Carnage going forward. He is going to take the fight against the team Wreck, INF's Wreck, and he finally takes him out. This is another elimination. That's 3 elimination to the name of Sane. And last but not the least, the only guy that is alive It's all up to it's all up to him right now from the team Inferno Esports. Inferno, you need to move out. You need to move away from this area because your location has been compromised. The player knows exactly where you are. Even at least one player can stay here, and the rest of the players can actually go to take those aggressions on you. But there we go. Finally, in the car, they're shooting constantly at this guy. The Golden Mirado is not going to be bombarded with any of the shots. The reload comes in, the player goes forward, and it's over. It is over. After a 1v3 from same side, Carnage takes the final eliminations into his name. That's 4 elimination to the DCM TMT right off the very bat.
Now, I hate to say this, but that's exactly what happens if you tickle the grizzly bear. He is for sure going to bite you down. In fact, throw you away from the round. That's exactly how DMT was able to assess the situation. Just unfortunate that they did lose a player in the process, but enough to be said. You know, it is what it is. They were still able to bag at least, 4 in that very run. Now, here for the side of RGC Tranquility, they are just right across Akagami here, and this might just be another possible big clash happening. As we get to see on the feed, there is going to be Trilla and 2MS going for the fight as well. Simultaneously, a lot of things happening.
Look at this. A lot of things happening, and a lot of things includes players getting knocked down, the players getting rushed, and on top of that, you can see the mini screen as well. That is right now the full screen. Maxi getting a lot of damage. Team Akagami, they were the ones sole responsible for Maxi's a lot of damage, but there were multiple teams a while ago at this area. 2 got eliminated by the hand of Tranquility, and I think 2 got eliminated by the hand of Akagami, but look at the kill feed. Trilla Esports, they are out of this match by the hand of 2MS. In a single instance, everybody takes the fight. And this is the beauty of Miramar. You never know in the first Miramar what the other team is thinking, where they're going. So you're just casually going around the perimeters and not knowing where the enemy team is going to like a drop off, where they're going to hold down the forts for themselves. And this gives a really rush of an adrenaline that, yeah, it might be on your backside. They might be hiding. They might be holding down the forts, those positions, even the same cities that you are in. So you got to keep your eyes open, you got to keep your ears open, and you got to know your surrounding.
Yeah, I mean, assessing like what is granted to you situationally is one of the most crucial part there is for the side of not just Miramar per se, but all across any maps there is. Learning how to readjust your pacing comes a long way when you want to win certain situations. For a fact, every map there is in a competition for PUBG Mobile, there's just that big opportunity where you can get, flanked from behind, so on and so forth, and, utilizing your terrain as well. And obviously, we are looking at, the cream of the crop here for the Maldives region, and it's safe to assume as well that they've been able to put a lot of repetitions in the main 3 maps for, the competitive scene, to the point that they should be pretty aware already in regards to how to handle some situations that they're not really, sided with the odds with.
That is definitely true, but still, this is the first Miramar for the team, so it's still a testing water. This is the first day. All of these teams are going to play tomorrow as well. Remember this group 1 is also going to play tomorrow, but that's going to be, I think, their last day. 12 matches are going to be played by every group, and from those, the top 5 are going to move into the grand final. Remember this thing. We're going to have 15 teams from these qualifiers, and 1 team I think is going to be invited at the very end. But look at the kill feed. Salty Sports, they're taking the fight. They're getting their players eliminated at this time. EST Shy, that's 2 elimination to his name. But Salty Sports, are they going to retaliate back? Are they going to come back with a better approach against the team Estella this time around? Or they're just going to be the one that moves out of this vicinity? Because so far, Team Salty Sports, that they're down to the last guy standing. I don't think they want to push forward, and I think it should not be wise even to push forward as well. But They have the spirit. I give them that. They have the spirit, and I really love this. This is the kind of aggression, this is the kind of momentum that I want to see from all of these teams.
You know, like in some way, a lot of teams do trample so much, all because of the fact that they don't really have the confidence, Torix, and that's just something that they have to work on it. When you go for a fight, when you go for a clash, you need to absolutely see full on commitment, and clearly most of the squads here are not really having the type of tempo. Come again, take a look at the squad here now here for Game Over Esports. They are going for some shots to connect up against MRG.
That definitely is the case, but game over not to. Your shots are not going to connect. Your shots are not going to get connected. You need to get in the car, maybe approach the situation a little bit to the closer side, but oh my god. Look at the mini screen. There is a single guy from the team Salty Sports that is still at the graveyard, waiting for the opportunity that the player might leave this perimeter, might try to leave this perimeter. That's when they're going to strike. That's where they're going to strike, actually. MRG, in the meanwhile, they're also getting a lot of eliminations onto them from the play circles, from the shots that are being shot at them. Rolex, you need to get inside of that circle as soon as possible, but I don't think that's going to be possible because Vili, Nehe, both of the players are not only just inside of that circle, they're so farther away from their own team member. That's 600 meters of a distance that needs to be covered once again. And certainly, it's not going to be possible on foot, but Team Solms, Cyanide, they're getting some damage done on the players. Salt, in the meanwhile, gets a completion on their side as well. That's first team. Warden, that's first team that got the elimination on them.
Woo, woo, woo. Cyanide here, having a pretty wide look up against Pirates, but in the process, we get to see Team Salty, the winner of the previous round, eliminated with no eliminations at all. Chano here, about to make the push, quite aggressively, should be able to spot the player. I think that is Refod, just haggling onto the window side. Haisham gonna cook the nade, throws it down, but unfortunately ricochets outside. Here, Clutcher, inside. About to eat this nade probably up against Hashim. Will it connect? No, it won't, but the other nade might just as well. Nades after nades coming through to the play. And now Cyanide here, about to go for a big break.
They definitely are going to go for a break. They are closing in from a different perspective, from a different location. They are going to go outside and maybe jump from a different window inside of that compound. But the main question is, are they going to be able to? Are they going to be successful? And the answer is yes. The player was knocked out. He got the finisher. Brock got the finisher on him. CND, Cyanide closing in. They don't know where the rest of the team PRT is actually situated at. And they're on top of those small obstacles that you put in their way. The shots did get connected. The grenade did come out. It's going to take at least 2 players down, but the player needs to get out of that perimeter, out of that area. We can already see one player was knocked out. The last man that got eliminated. It's over for the team of the team MVW, but at the cost of one of the player of the team Cyanide.
Now Cyanide here, still going to be having a tussle for it. We drop things back now once again towards Game Over Velocity 9 up against the Leons. The Lions is on. 2 players are on the top side. Xenox has to deal with them. UMP sprays down, spots 1. Muix now going to be out. And that should be a calling for them to draw the distance apart. Should they go for the fight? The nade's going to fly through. Unfortunately, the cliff, too steep. Not going to roll over to the face of Xenox, not just yet. And it's still going to be pretty continuous, but we drop things back now towards the zone. Most of the teams so far are going to be inside already, right around Hishanda Del Patron. One player, one squad is going to be facing the rotation there from the south side, but doesn't really have any casualties. But we drop things back now here for the side of the club Leons. And it's now a Coyote here leading the push with a shotgun, pump action. Xenox going to be here behind the truck, and he's going to be able to get the kill. Jay looking to get the trade, unfortunately too late, out in the open. And the shots connect from the side of Velocity 9. And the players of the club Leons now regretting what they've started.
They definitely are regretting because the grenades are actually striking through. Jay is on his knees right now. The grenade did go over there. It did a lot of damage on the players, but fortunately, Jay got that revival done on him. Team Leon's, now they're going to move away. As soon as they realize that, yeah, we were not in a good position, we can get eliminated at this angle, they moved away. And that's a wise choice. You learned from your mistakes. You made sure that you did not make the same mistake once again to push forward after getting that revival done. Xenox from Velocity 9, he is just chilling there. He is waiting for the opportunity that, yeah, maybe Leon is going to push forward, but ooh, I can see already. Leon, what are they thinking? They're changing their positions. One player, Jay, is coming from a different angle at the same time. Xenox, maybe vulnerable from two different angles as well. Jay from the backside, he's closing in. Vite is also close to the perimeter of the players, but Muix is the guy that is actually looking at the same time as Xenox is actually looking at him. But Jay, a nice, decent amount of damage. But MUI, no, I don't think that's going to be possible because you're getting shots from two different angles, two different sides, two different players. Vite gets taken down. Muix now, as soon as he's given the revival, the backside comes in with the clutch. Jay makes sure that Xenox gets taken down. And last guy that is alive for the team V9 is also kind of on the verge, but a third party ensues. That is the team as Cyanide on the other side on a different angle, taking Leon's J out of the match.
13 squads now here remaining. Stage 3 about to close out as well. And, this is pretty expected. We are bound to see a pretty congested zone once we move over to stage 4, though. A look at game over on the feed. Spots one player from the side of 2CB, 2MS. Extreme gonna be able to survive that very nade, but in the process, now we get to see NGB now gonna be eliminated from the scene. We move over towards game over up against 2CB, and so far, game over has been winning this very clash. Another player goes down for the side of 2CB. That is gonna be Cha-Cha out. And game over, just racking up these elimination points finally as they claim their first one.
Another one goes out. Another one goes back to the lobby that they have started. 34 players, 12 teams. Game over. Taking the team 2CB out. That's another guy from the team 2CB getting finished off with just the one elimination to their name. But Team Fanatics now 4-man, one elimination. They need to move inside that circle as soon as possible. That's 300 meters still. Like, you need to push forward. You have the cars, you have the arsenal, you have the vehicles. Get inside the circle. It is Miramar. You still have a decent amount of chance that you can still secure the perimeters, the circles, the compounds for yourself. The Tranquility kicking Zoro down. Zoro is almost on the verge of being eliminated, but 2CB, the last guy. I-Tex, are you going to push? Are you going to close in to save Zoro up? The answer is no. Zoro is going to bleed out. That's a decent elimination to the team Tranquility's name. But Leon's on the other side. Another team ensues close to the side of the team 4PM 2CB. There is nothing that the single guy can actually do. Leon's versus EST actually happen. Estella's, the ladies, the full squad, they are pushing. They are getting that first elimination, that first knockout on the players. They are going to get that elimination maybe somewhere in a short while, and that's exactly what they do. But I think the player saw the enemy. The player saw exactly where they were, and now it's your time. To go forward to get that elimination done. But Shanu, you had the opportunity. The M4 was on the player. You could have done a bit more damage. It could have get that knockout. And if you had, this could have been an easy entry to the side of Cyanide.
The Alpha, the Omega, and everything in between here. Cyanide, come again. One of the squads that has trying so much to put their names up in the board. To get a few shots to exchange up against Tranquility. But it's not going to be enough. A player from Rechen, not just yet. The zone now going to be shifting towards the northern part, coming from the previous phase. And that is only going to be the squad of DMT that will be located right around there. I mean, Estella is going to be haggling on towards the bottom right of the feed. We got squads as well from down south, but a lot more actions is just happening where Tranquility, and the squad of Cyanide is at. So it's going to be tough. But come again, one for sure will be dropped away from this very clash. And so far, we do get to see 2MS Esports already going for the fight to get a few shots to connect. That should be able to buy them enough time to actually go for the rotation. And they need this one badly.
They do need this one badly. No. At this point, it's a must for you guys to get this one. Because so far, you have only managed to secure 9 in total, 5 in this game, elimination and total points. So there is definitely something that needs to be done. Even if you get eliminated at this angle, you're not... You are definitely going to get at least a 1. No, not even a single point. I'm talking about old point system where the number 12 gets, but no, this is not the case here. You need to get into the top 8 to receive even a single point. But Leon's going towards the Team EST side. They're taking 1, they're taking 2. Oh my god, EST closing in beautifully. And that's an insane amount of work that EST Estella has done for themselves. These ladies are a force to be reckoned with. That's a lot of eliminations to their name. And on the other side, Tranquility, I'm really happy to see them still alive with a 3-man squad. 6 eliminations to their name. But MRG, they're the ones getting those knockouts, getting those eliminations to their name. Suleiman plays zone, and that's not a good combo. Suleiman gets taken down.
And now Cyanide here's going to be pushing up now to the face of DMT. Saints is going to be on the front line. Got to deal with them here. Might just be Carnage, actually. But it might just be a crossfire as well that Saint and Carnage can put up. Now, Cyanide not really in the best position. They should hold on just a little bit. Hold your horses down. There is still time for you to play with. You don't got to rush this. But they're going to be killing a squad as well from the back. And that is going to be Estella here. Just trampled down all because of the rotation coming from the zone. And that might just be the next squad eliminated from this very round.
It definitely is. MRG, look at them. They get eliminated in the meanwhile. Another team, that is 2CB. It's a completion on them. Just look at the kill feed going it completely haywire. Fnatic taking those eliminations. There is game over. Also taking the fight. MRG getting eliminated by the play circle. IU losing her life to the circle as well. There is the team 2CBs. There we have it. The 2CBs elimination. But FNC bot play zone gets knocked out. Same gets a confirmation. Goku gets a confirmation. Idris gets also a confirmation on him. So that's a really sad situation. Now, as soon as the kill feed has calmed down, we can finally assume that now the 7 teams that are alive consists of DMT, QDF, TRQ, Game Over, CND, V9. These are the 7 names. These are the 7 names that are alive so far. But 6 elimination, 3 players still alive to DMT. QTF, single player, 4 elimination. 6 elimination to the team Tranquility. 3-man still standing. Game Over with 2. 3 eliminations. CND with 2 players. 6 eliminations to their name. But Carnage barely survived with that slither of HP. DMT. These guys are a force. Oh my god, just look at how beautifully they're playing in every single match. They're making sure that every team that is close to them, they're getting those eliminations on them. And even right now, they're not stopping. That's 9th elimination. They're going outside of their comfort zone to take that fight. Shanu got the knock, got the damage, but Shanu decided that he did not want to give out the elimination, the casualty, to the team DMT side. He decided to go down by the play circle.
Back at now, DMT's on the run to claim another winner chicken dinner as OTF they get thrown away from this very last and final clash. DMT with 10 elimination points. Tranquility, 2MS. They only got a duo for them, while DMT, they got the best out of the disadvantage. And by looking at the way Tranquility is playing this ridge side down, they gotta meet 2MS first before DMT can even do anything about. And that's going to be DMT. Holiday finds a shot onto Tugs. 2MS, they get dropped down once again. And DMT is just not stopping at all. Full force on this top 3 play.
I love the fact that these 3 top teams have more than 5 eliminations to their name. But there goes a grenade. 2MS has lost one of their players. TRQ, oh my god! Alade, you Beauty, you beast.
Oh,
Not only you
GG's.
manages to get the TRQ's player down, you also get the last elimination on the team as well. It is the Team 2MS that got the confirmation. It is a winner chicken dinner. Another third chicken dinner in a
Third.
single day to the side of DMT. This is straight up amazing. And there is no stopping these guys, is there?
Match points of 24, 14 eliminations, 24 in total. Total points of 90. Bro, we're about to end off this broadcast, and they're about to reach the 100-point mark in just a single broadcast, bro. No one, for the longest time, has been able to do that. Not until we've met DMT Esports. Zenzo with 5, Hunter with none. Another run for Zenzo. Gets another one with 1, and Sane with 8 in total. These guys are just the menace of this competition here, bro. I mean, early dominance coming through. You love to see it if you are a fan of DMT.
Oh, it definitely is the case. But going to the match summary, 62 eliminations, 68 knockouts, almost 8,000 of healings for grenade elimination, 35 assists, and zero eliminations of the vehicles. Oh my god, come on.
In Miramar?
Let's go, Miramar. I'm so amazed. Sandhawk had a 1. The Erangel had 2, 3, sometimes 4. But Miramar, where you are destined to use the car, where it's necessary, you have 0.
Well, we do love just pure mechanical gunfights, and that was brought to us on this very first round of Miramar. Saint's gonna be able to get the MVP as well with 8 eliminations. That was pretty granted. 7 knockouts, 2 assists, 924 damage. Total healing of 164, survival time. You got to see it. You know, they're able to just bag it down until the very end. Now, talking about the run here, Sane's going to be on the first spot once again. Senzo on the second with 5. We do have Inventy, 77 with 4. Reem with 5 from the side of, his very own squad. And alongside with Shish. Shish from the front side of Stella. Shish.
Estella-ish is going to have 3 elimination and 395 damage. That's a decent amount as well. Everyone. There is a lot of teams, but 2 of the team at DMTs are still in this top fragging moment as well. DMT is going to secure 24 points. Then we have Tranquility with 12. Same with the Team 2MS. 12 points. Team CND 9. 8 for the Team QTF. Estella, they have 6, 5 for the game over, 4 for Fanatics. 2CB is going to have securing only 3 eliminations. On the second page, there is Team PRT with 3, Leon's with 2, alongside of V9 and NGB as well. But Team INF and Team Trilla is the only team that's going to secure 1 point. MRG, Akagami, and Team Salt Esports couldn't even secure a single point to their name, and that's really bad for Salt on top of that, because Salt is one of the teams that you can already see they're in the top 5, and losing these kind of matches, like not even securing even a single point, is really going to put them on the spot.
Really, man. And now you take a look at the whole overall rankings here. A big gap between the number 1 and number 2. DCM DMT has 90. Game over OTF only has 47. Estella and alongside RGC Tranquility will have 46 in total. 37 for side of Team Salt. 35 for side of Game Over Esports. SDMZ Cyanide will have 29. 21 for side of 2MS Esports. And DSM Morgan will sum him up here for the first page of the overall ranking with 20 points.
That definitely is the case, but starting from the very bottom, it is INS Trilla with 4, 5 for NGB Esports, 9 for Akagami, 2 CB, securing 3, Fnatic 13 for Fanatics as well, 14 for Crown Pirates, Inferno with 15, same with the game over Velocity 9, 18 still for the Club Leon. Still, the second chart has to even cross the 20 points threshold to their name, and this is such a sad scene. I was sure that every team, at least in the top 12 to 13. They're going to have at least 20 plus points at the end of the day, but this is apparently not the case right now. Number 1 has gone to Sane from DMTs in the overall ranking, top players. Then we have EU Days with 16 elimination, 24, 97 damage. Then we have Estella's Sage, 12 eliminations, 2400 damage. Fisherman with 15. From the DMT side, 1700 damage. And last but not the least, it's another DMT's player, that is Hunter, 9 elimination, 2800 damage. This damage is huge and insane.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that you just want to eye out for any of the squads that, would love to partake on how he has been able to bring up the A game for him. But now with that being said, 5th match said and done, we're over to the last and final map here for the set of Miramar. And with that being said, Torix, might be it. This might just be, where we get to see DMT once more scoring another dominating run.
That is true. That is exactly going to how it's happened. DMT, the way that they have played every single match, starting from the very first till the 5th, it has been an amazing one. But are they going to be able to keep their performance? Are they going to be able to keep their cycle in the 6th match as well? That is one thing that we have to find out. But to find that out, we do have to take a short break. Do not go anywhere, guys. Stay here, stay connected. We'll be right back.
Seems very valuable. Give it to me, you'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa,
Let's run from here.
Let's go.
These seem like werewolf experiments.
And these are vampire serums? Huh? Look, this must definitely be Dracula.
Should we touch it?
No, we shouldn't touch it at all. But let me tell you something. I've seen in movies that cracking the serum gives you extra powers.
He's saying not to do anything like this.
Oh man, are you understanding this better? Maybe he's saying to try it. Look, even the diagram on the wall suggests it. The picture says it all.
I have returned.
I can feel the power!
Bro, Zelmi? I'm really scared.
Yeah, man, don't be scared. I'm here, okay?
You were saying you're so brave. What happened now?
Man, what is this lone survivor guy even saying? He doesn't even have subtitles.
I think he's saying we shouldn't have opened the book.
Lone survivor guy is the most intelligent among us. I'm sure he's asking us to open the book. By the way, what is this?
This thing seems very valuable. Give it to me, you'll break it.
I can break girls' hearts, bones of enemies, but not this. I'm sure I go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Ooredoo Nation Gamers LAN Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. This is the time for the final match of the day, number 1, and it is about to commence. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As we were talking about it, the match actually commenced. Puerto Paraíso, finally, a great plane line can be seen this time around. From Puerto Paraíso all the way to the La Cabrera. Now, El Pozo is going to be accessible. San Martin is going to be accessible. All the major hot drop locations, aside from the Chumacera or the Valle del Mar, are actually going to be accessible for the teams. But this was Torix, and with me, once again, on the caster desk. And for the match, it is Warden once again.
Now, taking a look at this flight path, I mean, yes, for sure, Valle del Mar alongside Chumacera might not be accessible, but this is all really going to come down as well to where will the first circle reside. If it's going to be somewhere on the central side, then I wouldn't be so surprised if teams or these squads will actually take their time to, just go for their favorable drops and just hope for, the vehicle to come through later on. And for the time being, a lot of squads already dropping on the early side of the flight path. And the central side alongside the south side is going to be pretty occupied. And if you are still on the plane, you might want to go out as soon as right now, because the zone is going to be siding for the south side of the map here, Torix.
But that definitely is the case. This time around, the circle is going to go all the way down the south. And Warden, have we seen any hard western circles in today's matches? Remind me, because I can't seem to remind that we have seen even a single circle. Okay, it was a wrangle. Yeah,
second round a wrangle where the flight path was leaning towards the eastern side, and then the circle shifted towards the western side.
No, it's still like the western side at the end, not at the very start. Like none of the circles has actually gone from the very start, very get-go, to the western side. And this is south, north, or the eastern angle that we have seen in today's 6 matches so far. Even in this one, right now, at this point, 18 teams joining. I really love some early fights. I really love me some early fights. And Teddy, you are definitely going for it.
Yep, and you do want to find a better gun aside from this, though. But anyways, we are seeing it is a possible bringing fight between LMB x NGB, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that was 2CB right across them. So yeah, I mean, do you want to see this? Obviously, yeah. I mean, we love to see some action-packed night, and so far, I mean, 2CB went towards Motel, and they are able to bag a few arsenal directly into their pocket, but it's not really the most convincing one. I mean, we do see a UMP that might just be utilized a bit more here, but an Uzi, I don't know. They really have to draw the distance away just by looking like the gun compositions that they have.
That definitely is the true case, but 18 total teams, 71 players, and Team NGB is one of that team that haven't even joined with a single player. Like 3 players only. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad for them, because this is the last match of the day, right? And you had nothing to lose. You had to just join with all the floor players. You had to go for those early fights, early engagements that could have either proved a really good, decent points marker for you, or you could have still had the same points and could have ended the day with that. But they decided to play for a safer side. And let's see where this next phase is going to take the teams, because so far it is a Team MV versus the Team 2CB. Close to each other. It is Vector versus UMP, Zoro versus an Error at this time. But Error, are you going to be able to get those confirmations or not? This is the question, because it is a 1v1. It is not a 3v2, 2v1 scenario. No, you are 1v1 at that angle, but a beautiful knock, a beautiful elimination came from the side of the Team INS Trilla.
Now we get to see just a bit of an overlook here from one respective player. Trilla was really spot on in game number 2. In fact, they were able to take the one away. So wouldn't be so surprised if they want to end off the night on a high note here. Again, Trilla, a pretty unique squad in this competition, and clearly it's not really phasing them out at all. But for this time being, battle of waiting, a battle of looting, and a battle of, dealing with some clashes, just like how it went down for the set of Inferno. On the feed, one player goes down from their side.
It definitely is the case, but 18 teams are still alive. Only one team player, two, let's just say two, because both of the parties actually manages to take down at least one from each side. So it's still an equilibrium. It's still an equal chance for both of the parties, both of the teams to take that fight. But the amount of players that actually dropped close to each other, judging from that and judging from the number of players or the teams alive, it doesn't actually quite add up. As soon as the player realized that there were enemies close to them, their momentum that they had for the aggression instantly went back, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to play it on the safer side for the final match.
I mean, that's something that you kind of expect a lot of squads to do now, but there are some inevitable moments like how it is going right now for a set of OTF and Game Over alongside with Estella as well, where they are going to be just sharing the same parameter up against each other, and it's just all going to come down to who's going to be the better squad in that very timeline. And now we do move over to Tranquility as well with the Pirates up against the Pirates, and Tranquility is showing a lot more map control here, but it's really all going to come down to the gun composition. Is it going to be enough to deal with it? Let's come and find out soon enough.
Oh, we definitely have to find out soon enough in this so far regard. But yeah, every team that was possibly at close to each other, they have disengaged with the fights. I really want to see what's the scenario of the circle and the team formation at this time, where the teams are right now situated at, because that will show us, allow us to know how well the teams are performing right now. But Reach, you tried your level best to take the player down, but couldn't. So that's a sad moment. But the player stopped right in front of your face. This is not looking good. Reach is gonna get taken down. It's gonna be a confirmation right at this angle, and from this point onward, Team INF is gonna receive the wrath because Reach is down. Zenon is closing in. Zenon with the Uzi is trying to get that elimination done on the players. At least one elimination, but the first team, NGB, has finally been eliminated. Lala alongside of Zenon together now is gonna push together towards the players. The AKM is not gonna work out. The player goes on the reload, and that's where Zenon is gonna strike, gonna knock the player out. It's gonna confirm the player up, but not even a confirmation right now. The player is still bleeding out. The 1897, is it gonna hit? Is it not gonna hit? This is the bigger question, but the player finally bled out. They are going for the eliminations, but oh no. Come on, Shanks, Sharks, the Vader. It is a 1v1. And I love the fact about Zenon is the fact that as soon as she realized that, yeah, there's a player knocked out, she goes instantly for the confirmation. But Waiter, now together with the one man, they're going to go together. They're going to go take that fight together at this area. But Zenon actually manages to revive the player up as well. So that's both of the parties have 2-2 man. It's an equilibrium. Once again, same situation, same angle. Now, who's going to take the initiative is the bigger question. But Waiter wants to go up. Instantly, he's going to take one player down. That player was already knocked out. Okay, he is going to almost confirm the player. Jump shot! There it goes, but no connection. Another no connection. One man, reload. Get the gun back on its bullets. You don't want to do this. But the player is low on that HP. If he stalls long enough, he can maybe get the knockout, and that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. But instantly on the other side, the player got a revival on himself. 8 bullets on this DBS. The player jumps out. The player jumps again from the windows to try to take down the players, but no connection this time. A while ago, Kagami was a 3 4-man squad against the Team Inferno. That was a trio. Now Team Inferno is a duo, and Akagami is a solo player standing in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a lot of like scenarios where Inferno puts himself in, they put themselves into, and they just end up struggling in the long run. But now we get to see on the bottom feed as well, clashes after clashes. OTF about to run out the players of Trilla, and it's just gonna be a double L all alone. All is on you. All eyes on you for sure. No TF is going to be on the prowl to get this last and final elimination. Wrap around here, sprays down, but a pinch will come through from the back. Will he be able to survive though? Goes for the play, but unfortunately, Tin Pies this saved the day. And that is now going to be Trilla eliminated as well from this very phase.
Yep, and finally eliminated. That's 4 elimination to a single player. That's the thing. Team INF, they manages to do a 1v4 on the side of Team Akagami, but Team PRT, they also got that elimination on them. DMT, once again, 4 eliminations to their name. Let's see what's going to happen. 47 players remaining, 14 teams alive. Now, we started with 18 in the first stage. 10 minutes passed, and 4 teams have finally lost their momentum. They're finally out of the game. They're in the lobby, and 47 players. Now, they are going to try to get inside of that circle, those positions, and I really want to see the circle. I actually wanted to see the circle, and as soon as I said that, look at this. It's gone to a complete south. This is the beauty. This reminds me of the time where Vikendi used to be into the competitive, and the circle was always like, yeah, I'm going to take the hard shift to the waters.
Oh, I miss Vikendi so much. And we were talking about that actually on the back end, just having like Vikendi back in action is just top notch in all honesty. Maybe someday, maybe soon. We don't exactly know. But for the time of being, we have to savor the moments of the desert coast of PUBG Mobile Miramar. Now, taking a look at the run here for set of DMT, once again, they don't really have a complete squad. They got 4 elimination points though. Same moves for set of OTF, but they're going to be -1 player down. And look at the shot from Mortal. What a shot off this AUG. And he's going to be able to confirm the kill as well. Oh my god.
You beauty. Oh my god. Team Salt. You are doing an insane job. But the main question is that after this 38th point to your name, are you going to be able to secure like more than 40? Because you're down to the last 2 guys. Panda alongside of Mortal. The last 2 guys that were alive, they're dead. They're gone. They're gone. You are down to the last 2 players. But what is up with these teams? Every one of these teams and staying outside of the circle. This is not looking good. This is insane at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that has been something that they have been just struggling at quite a lot. It's just getting the read that, getting the early rotation for the zone just plays such a huge factor in regards to the long run. And we get to see now in regards to the rotation, there isn't really too many compositions that will be able to put themselves into the mixture, not just yet. 4 squads rotating from the western side of the map. There is going to be 3 squads here, nearly on the south side as well. DMT will be close coming in from the rotation towards Puerto Paraíso, but they got to deal with 2 MS as well once they go for the entry.
Oh, that definitely is going to be the case, but look at this Team Legion, QTF, together. Now, they're like situated at. There is also the Team Estella. That's 3 teams back to back, and Team QTF, OTF, they're definitely going to get sandwiched. Estella is going to force them to go one way, the other team is going to force them to go the other way, and in that case, there might be some casualties maybe regarding the situation, but Leons, they're going to stop, they're going to take their shots against Team OTF as well, but not a single connectivity. There we go. Luckily enough, the player did not even add a single connectivity on him. He got into the safe side. But still, we are down to 14 teams. We are left with 14 teams still in the game. Oh my god, come on. Take those fights. Take those casualties. This is the last match of today. I know every team wants to go for those points for themselves, as this is the final match for the day. It's going to decide how you're going to start tomorrow. but that doesn't mean that you go completely on the safe side outside of the circles. No, you need to take those fights, proper fights. And if this is the case, that you're taking those fights outside of the circle, staying outside, then you're not going to survive for much longer. Just like this, game over, made a game over on TRQ.
Yeah, that was such a beautiful shot right there, coming through now. You asked for a fight, you agreed by one, but can we see more than just a singular flash? Looking like 2MS, about to bring us that fight that we all have been asking. And it is going to be up against DMT here. We all know Sane and Carnage, one of the best there is. And the nade cooks, but unfortunately, it just draws a bit too short. Counteraction off the nade, no connections right there. It's a battle of Hot Pocket here, and so far no one has come close to getting the elimination on right now. 2MS, Reem, Lazy. On the other end, once again, it is going to be Carnage and Sane, and this is just a pretty big 2v2 in this very moment, but they got to move in quick as Falade is going to be nearing the vicinity as well. Should be able to offer a pinch if ever the timing is right.
It definitely can be the case. 2MS, Zeus, 4 times on the Ace 32. Come on, this is such a hard gun to master. This is such a hard gun to take the fight with for close range. Yeah, it is a good one. It pars on barrel M762, but in the long range, I don't think so. I don't think so that you're going to be able to quite well utilize or sustain the damage to your enemies. But I love the way that Falade is actually on the complete distant position and on the backside of the team 2MS. If 2MS moves back into the perimeter, that's an easy frag, easy casualty that the team to DMT can actually engage on the team 2MS. And I love it. I love these kind of tactics. I love these kind of momentums that you believe your team member, you know what he's capable of, and you just go yeah, you can go back, you can just hold the fort down, and as soon as they show their faces, you are good to go with open fire.
The down steadily still. Lazy's still going to be on the front side. It's going to be a battle of waiting once again. They can't stand for too long inside of this parameter, but they don't really have any option. It's just all going to come down to whoever draws back first or whoever goes for the clash and clear it out. Because for sure, no one from these squads we're seeing here up front wants to let anyone out freely. Not just yet, but in the process, 2CB will be eliminated as they bag 5 elimination points for this very round. What?
That definitely is the case, but oh, come on. Come on, you're trying to throw that knife? The dagger? Okay,
The
okay,
pen?
I see how. Yeah, everything that's throwable. He's going yeah, you can have this, you can have that. He wants to make sure the other player's backpack is completely full, and he can't move. He gets overweight, but that's not going to be the case. There's a limit to your backpack. There's a limit to how much you can handle, but I love the fact that both of these parties are playing super slow, and both of these teams, one is on the number 1, and one is still at the top 10, below the top 10, number 9, number 8 position. So, judging from this, if they manages to take down the team DMT, not only their confidence is going to get boosted that, yeah, we took down the top of the table team in this match, but also from that point onward, they might be able to secure even more eliminations to their name.
Now Zone's going to be part of the mixture here. Sane's going to show down a nade. Lazy falls back away. Perfect time. Now, he's going to go for the fight. Come again. Wait it out. All you want. Yes, for sure you got 5 med kits, but it is just not going to be enough for you to sustain yourself once you get over this very fight. But in the process, once again, Inferno here. Going to be eliminated from the scene. We have bound to see whether are we going to be able to find a pretty congested zone. But look at this, though. Finally, Zeus takes down Sane. And that's now going to be DMT here, feeling more pressure up against 2MS. Uh-oh. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yep. 2 players down because of the zone. That's what you get for waiting for too long.
That definitely is the case, but Zeus low on that HP. He needs to heal as soon as possible. There's a lot of damage going around, but another team, DMT, gets eliminated by the play circle. They took down some of the players of the team to MS, but MRG is going to be the sole reason that they get eliminated. After this, we are down to the top 8 teams, and I love the fact that every team that right now is surviving is either like on the bottom lines or somewhere around the perimeters of number 2, number 3 side, below 50 points. Every team, aside from the team DMT, has less than 50 points to their name, but game over. 35 points so far, 7 elimination, and 2 players of them are kind of knocked out, but FNTC, Suleiman, the only guy that is right now alive, his fighting spirit has not yet extinguished, so he's definitely doing everything possible. The grenades, the throwables, to get the connections on the player. Suleiman get a damage on from the grenade, but he survives. That is a good thing. That definitely is a good thing. But 19 minutes in, Warden. 19 minutes in, and it's over for Suleiman. He walked right through that grenade.
The nade gets him denied. And now we get to see a bit more standout who might just be the bound winners for this very round. Game over. Still not yet over. They got 2 players left for the very team. But you get to see C&D pretty complete as well. And I feel like they're the only squad that has to come. No. We also have MRG alongside Leon's that has a complete composition. And the stage 5 here, Torix, best believe it. It is going to be a bloodbath here as we start things off with another clash. MRG Rolex now spots 2 players here on the front side. Should he go for the fight or will he just gatekeep them at least? No. And I feel like they are just longing to utilize this ridge to have those head glitches and should try to go for a spray down up against their opposition and looking like game over. Should be over away from this very game as game over. Velocity 9 finds the kill. Brotherly squads taking each other out.
It definitely is the case. It definitely is. MRG, Rolex, he's also getting down. Estella, I love the fact that these ladies, they have not yet lost their fighting spirit, and they are at the number 3. Remember this, not only these ladies have been constantly playing the game beautifully, but also they're on the number 3 on the overall ranking so far. MRG against the team EST, it can be detrimental. MRG still have the chance with the manpower, with the man advantage, that they can take the players down. It is CND, MRG, and Leon's the 4-4-4 man alive, but after that, we can see different teams like EST with a trio, then we have V9 with a duo, and OTF with just a solo guy standing. So 6 total teams and not a lot of players. It's going to be chaos. Anyone that's gonna push forward to Leon's, it's instantly gonna be spotted by 2, maybe 3 different teams, maybe, Warden?
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the timing as well, but Estella this spot. Leon's out though. Ayo's gonna be able to throw some shots to connect, and that is gonna be the knock. That should be the player eliminated now. Estella though, they gotta move in quick. Rotations need to be brought to you now by this very squad. The zone starts to close in. OTF does get eliminated. And here we go. V9, CND as well, going for a fight. Unfortunately for the V9, they have the zone at their back, so they don't really have any option rather than just push and push. Estella back to their feet here. Gunfights happening so simultaneously, and on the feed we do get to see Leon Ciotti finding one player out from the set of Estella, and all of a sudden the odds just gets dimmer for the set of Estella.
Oh, V9 finally finished up, but oh my god, come on. Why Sage, why? I really wanted you to shoot that shot, get that elimination on the player, but he's getting out multiple times. He's getting back into the cover, and you're not getting connected to yourself. Like, you're not connecting your shots onto the player. This is sad at this point. But MRG, oh, this was detrimental. This could have been the end for the team MRG if that grenade could have hit the player. But aside from that, you can see the grenades, once again, going forward. It is going towards the side to the MRG, but fortunately for them, not a single shot connected.
Woo! MRG caught in the middle. Nades flying true. C&D leading the push now here. Ooh, drop down once again. Gonna be able to pick off the player, but the reset comes in.
No.
The nade flies true from the set of Leon's. Unfortunate for the set of Morgan. DSM really got down here, down to the ground. Another player might just get thrown away from the chase. They could call for a reset. They need to move quick. Need to drop some smokes perhaps to mitigate the vision. They need to survive this very clash for them to sustain and stand another chance. But unfortunately, one squad does get eliminated, and it's now going to be CND. 3 squads left, but it might just be an overdrive led by the side of MRG or the Club Leons.
Oh, it is Leon's 4-man versus the team. MRG is a solo man standing, but he's going for the revival. But the team Club Leons, are you going to let that happen? Are you going to let that happen? The player got revved as soon as he did. He got instantly knocked out once again. But the other guy, Nehe, he finally got that revival. Rolex together with MRG. They are together. They are together. But we do have to see how these two guys are going to survive. The car shots are definitely coming in. True, below the car,
Wow.
front side. SLK is going to strike true. It is the Club Leons getting that final match. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
The Lions, the Leons, name it whatever you called them. But they were able to growl, scream all across Miramar, and they were heard all across the board. 19 match points, total 37 for them. Still going to be on the trail for the total, points for this very tournament, but at least you did end off the day with a high note. And, with everything that you try to achieve there's always that first step that you need to put up. And so far, Club Leons, they're on the run for it.
They are definitely on the run of it. They got that winner, winner, chicken dinner. A great start. That is definitely true. That's 9 elimination that they manages to get. Jay gets 2, 309 damage. Chote gets 4 with 358. Then we have MUI XX with 1, 274 damage. Then we have Gumbo with 2 eliminations and 261 damage to his name. The Miramar match ended at 23 minutes with 63 eliminations, 63 knockouts, 10,451 healing, 9 elimination of the grenades, 39 assists, and last but not the least, 1 weak elimination. Finally, it is Miramar, and we are finally seeing some eliminations from the car.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of our favorite things to see on the broadcast now. But, you do move now towards SDMZ Cyanide. And it's going to be Blanky, actually, that will be able to get the bag for the MVP. 4 for his name, 777 damage, 1 assist, 2 knockouts. Not the most that we've seen here all throughout, but hey, he was able to step it up for his squad, and he really deserved the spotlight.
They definitely did. The top players are Blanky, then we have INF, Zanan, Chote. Then we have game overs 1S, in fact, and we have the game overs sale as well. 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, respectively, from number 1 to number 5. But I love the fact that we are seeing some 600 damages, 500 damages with 4 eliminations, 3 eliminations, and even 777. That usually is called a holy number in the name of Blanky so far.
I mean, that could mean quite a lot spiritually, but not so sure about it in the midst of the game, though. Now we take a look at the whole overall ranking for the match itself. Leon's going to be able to bag the number 1 spot with 19, game over with 12. We do have Estelle as well with 10, and CND with 9 alongside with MRG. OTF is going to be on the trail with 7, 5 for the set of 2 CB, and 4 for the set of DMT and V9.
That definitely is the case, but this is the first page. Remember that. Only one team with 0. Oh my god, this is a delight for my eyes. NGB is the only team with 0 points. 2MS, GRQ. They managed to secure 1 point. Great job, guys. 2 for Salt, 2 for Trilla, 2 for PRT, Akagami, then Fanatics. These guys definitely did a decent job as well, getting those 2 points. INF is the only team with 4 points in the second chart as well. So INF not only did a lot of decent job in the previous match, but some decent job in the previous matches as well. Because so far, if you're talking about the overall ranking, it is 94 for the DMT, Estella, closing behind with 56. That's almost like 38 points of a difference. Game over, QTOTF. We have 54, 47 for Tranquility. Then we have Game Over Esports with 47 as well. 39 for the Team Soul. Cyanide with 38. 37 for Club Leons. 29 for the DCM Morgans.
A pretty heavy run there for a set of DMT, just so close and bagging a 100-point mark now. But now we move over to the second page where 2MS Esports, Game Over, Velocity 9, they're going to be at it 22, 19, and 19 as well for a set of Inferno. 18 for a set of 4PM 2CB. We got Crown Parrot here on 16, 15 for a set of Fnatic, Kagami with 11. Estrella will only have 6 in total right there, which doesn't really help, but I mean, that is the post-match number 6 at least. No, I mean, for the overall rankings, I mean, I'm not so certain, but for the set of LMB, XNGB Esports, they're gonna have 5 for this one, Torix.
They definitely have, but I can see one team at least securing 20 plus points into the side of the second page. But top players, it is on our screen. That is Sane on the number 1 with 16 elimination, 3,461 damage. Then we have Game Over, Rudays, 18 elimination, 28, 31. Then we have ETS Sage, 14 elimination, 2,700 damage. DMT Hunter with 11 elimination and 3,091 damage. Last but not the least, it is the Team CNDs, the Blanky with 12 eliminations, 2,494 damage to this guy's name. Overall, everybody's above the 10 elimination markers, but still some players are falling short on the elimination side below the 15, but not on the damage. Through the damage, they've already secured like almost a 30 elimination worth of kills. Match number 1 went to DMT, match number 3 went to DMT, and match number 5 went to DMT. So averagely, after every single match, DMT actually manages to get the chicken dinner. In between, there is Stella, there is the Team Salt, and last but not the least, this match went to the Club Leons.
I mean, it is still a proud night here for the set of DMT Esports for them to be able to bag this one through. But with that being said, day number 1 of the group stage for this very tournament is ready, set, and done. I mean, what a night that we've had here at Torix. I mean, Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3 is truly something that you guys want to watch out for. You guys make sure that, you guys are able to, follow this one all along. But Torix, before anything else, any last words that you want to say?
Yeah, definitely. The first day was a banger. The teams definitely played super good on this. But the main question is, there are still 5 more days. For this group, the group number 1, it's only tomorrow. There is only tomorrow. You are going to be selected from the top 5 after tomorrow's matches. So make sure you do play really well because you don't have a lot of chances. The next group is going to start from the day after. And yeah, it's a total of 6 days. A total of 15 teams will be selected for the grand finals.
Well, with that being said, this is the Ooredoo Nation Gamers Lands tournament of Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 3. Guys, there's still going to be a lot more days to go. 6 more days per se on this stage for this tournament. So better make sure you guys are going to be in line for tomorrow's run, as there's going to be more actions up ahead. But for this time being, let's call it quits. Good night, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Torix and I will be sending out for tonight at least, but we'll be right back for tomorrow. For now, good night, guys. See you all tomorrow.